Oh no, he got the extra strawberries to give to me.
Oh, Quill, did you actually want my sweet gam-gams as well? Were you jealous? Wings, hip windows, sleeveless turtleneck. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vide, and the full version of Bewitching Sinners is now available. I played the demo a while ago, and there should be a link to the first two parts somewhere. If you would like a quick refresher, you play as the young Palmier, whose sister tragically died on her birthday some time ago. She has a dream, or rather a vision, of herself and some really hot white-haired guy defeating a witch using some kind of monster, and then gets spirited away by said white-haired guy who now needs her help. Because according to him, the Palmier from his world has become unconscious due to some witch shenanigans. And to get Palmier to help him, Quill offers that she can see her dead sister again, who is alive in his world. So now Palmier must go to the magic place and pretend to be her other self, and they find that the only way to cure the other Palmier, kill 4 of the most powerful witches in the world.
Everybody got that?
Part 2 of the demo that I played, we learned that Quill has not been very honest, and in fact, he is the reason why we are unconscious. Quill!
Betrayal!
And that is where the demo ended. So I've already done most of the opening, but I came across something cool. This is the part where Quill says, "Hey, can you get me 2 things of magic ink that I could probably get myself? Here's only 10 golds, even though I'm super rich." You saw Thane fighting with another student. At first, you thought he was going to get his butt kicked. Cool. But it turned out he could handle himself just fine. Oh, Thane. Now that the full game is out, I don't know who I should go after first. Oh, Palmy. Came to watch me fight? Yeah. You fight good. Nice, right? I learned a few ice runes this summer. Mostly to cool off before I burn to a crisp. But they're pretty useful for these kind of things too. Though I'm nowhere near Quill's level yet. So Quill uses ice magic? Can't wait to see you spar with him, though. Always a riot. Ugh. Oh yeah, I'll spar with Quill alright, with all 5 fingers. Maybe 10. Yeah. Oh god, am I gonna die in this school? Like heck will I be able to fight anyone here and live? Oh yeah. Well, anyway, back to class. See you, Palmy. My sister, Fia. Oh, hey, Grumbles. Skipping class again? I just don't know where class is. No. Man, seems like this world's Palmier isn't much of a role model. I should change that. What about you? Herbology class. Mr. Hemsworth asked me to name 20 plants around the campus. Do you think this leaf is a nightshoot or a fundaskias? Is that a real flower? I have no idea what you just said. Neither do I. Nightshoot, probably. Herbology was never your strong point. No, it's not. Also, Fia. I didn't unlock this one. What's with you and the choir? The choir? Some girls said they weren't gonna join because of you. Care to explain? Really? You claw a girl's face off one time and now everyone thinks you're the villain. What? My sister clawed someone's face off. What? Last semester, Jenna and her army of bimbos from the choir club tried to corner me in the girls' bathroom. I used the Floral rune on her, said, "I know I'm not as pretty as you. Bet everyone would want to have a face like yours." Next thing you know, her girlfriends tried to claw her face off, trying to claim it for themselves. Ooh. I'm so proud of you. Whoa, that's... Brilliant. Isn't it? Now she barely looks at me in the eye. Anyway, I know I shouldn't abuse the further room too much, but it's just so much fun.
Who dares? Who dares try to contact me? How dare you? Who are you? What business do you have here?
Anyway, I know I shouldn't abuse the further room too much, but it's just so much fun. Besides, Mom used it all the time on her business partners. I'm just following by example.
My mom knows magic.
I wonder what my parents are like in this world. A bit shady, I guess, from what Fia just told me. Anyway, I need to get on my class. See you at dinner? Yeah, later.
I will protect you, Fia. What am I supposed to be doing?
Oh hey, my hometown is in the dead zone. I still remember when Ivar killed my entire town with just a snap of his fingers. I only got lucky because I was a girl and had blonde hair like him. I know that's his type. Blondes, I mean.
That's lucky for me.
The dead zone is nothing but endless fields of flowers now. At night, you can hear them cry out in pain.
That sure is some NPC dialogue. Oh yeah, I didn't ask Aram about his mom, because his mom's a fairy and his dad is not.
Hey, Aram. Some guys in the archery club were talking about your mother.
Let me guess. They called her a Maiden of the Night. I'll deal with it. It's nothing new. I understand that my mother was quite forefront about her occupation before marrying my stepfather. Still, I wish they would stop bringing it up. You can't change the past. Still not flirting with you yet. Did that make you mad? Okay, so if anyone needs a reminder of how hard that Quill betrayed us, let's find out the truth of what really happened on that day.
Quill, stop! You can't do this!
Do what? Can't you see I'm trying to help you, my friend? Let's get that parasitic witch off you,
No, stop! You'll kill me!
Do you think that low of me? Need I remind you who you're speaking to? I'm Quill Inkwell.
Quill lied to me. As you sat up, strong hands encircled your neck, pinning you back to the bed.
Ah!
You looked up and saw Quill, with a wild look in his eyes.
You found out, didn't you?
What?
I suppose all you Palmiers are this way.
Ah!
Far too curious for their own good. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I'll just put a little memory rune on you so you can forget that tiny misstep of mine.
Le gasp!
She may forget, but I won't.
You call putting your friend in a coma a tiny mishap?
A minor setback.
Oh yeah? Then what if your rune fails again and I end up with the same fate as your Palmier?
Yeah.
For once, he looked distraught, not showing that usual cocky demeanor of his.
What, that guy? Well, you don't trust that guy back there? He's got a naturally trustable face. What, do you think he's got malicious intent? Reading bad signals? Off of that? Off of those eyes? You think those would be the kind of eyes to peer into yours, coldly, emotionless, as he strangled you in your sleep?
Could try to reason with him. I could. But that headbutt's looking awful nice. Pow!
While Quill hesitated, you grabbed his collar and headbutted him. Hard.
Ow! The F?
But that was not all. You finally did what you wanted to do since
This Twinkie biscuit called you into this world. Twinkie biscuit.
You grabbed a fistful of his hair and punched him in the jaw. Quill staggered off you, enabling you to get up from the bed.
Whoa, time out! Not the face! Not the face!
All of the face.
Actually, don't hit me at all. F, that hurt.
Serves you right.
Yeah. No, we have rune magic for a reason. Why do I need to fight with my hands when I can... technically still fight with my hands. Fingers, you know what I mean. My jaw really hurts.
Yeah,
'Cause I punched it.
Oh, does it? I'm sorry, I was just trying to stop you from killing me, Quill.
I wasn't trying to kill you, just erase some of your memories.
Same thing.
It looks bad. I know it looks bad, but I swear all I did was for Palmier's sake. Palmier's bond, well, it's not right. I can see Palmier not adapting to the bond. I thought Palmier was acting weird because of her breakup. At first, I thought she just felt bad for ending things badly, but the drinking, the smoking, those dark circles under her eyes. Yeah, I did come across someone talking about soul bonds, and that the thing you're bonded to can start taking over your life, so was all the bad habits actually the thing and not Palmier? Palmier, she even started coughing blood while vacationing in my estate. Only the blood wasn't red, it was black, pure black, almost like ink. A human simply cannot sustain a pure-blood witch's bond. When witches bond, they share one body. The dominant retains their form, while the other becomes their shadow. If things go well, the shadows would be in sync. But one night I saw Palmier calling her mom.
Oh.
I could see two shadows, both fighting for dominance, with Palmier's shadow being choked by that demon witch of hers.
So, their bond was killing her.
Yes, I tried to help, studied all the runes I could find from my family library, but it seemed that my overconfidence finally caught up to me. I messed up, big time, and that's the whole story.
Even though I should believe you, I still do not believe you. Why didn't you tell the teacher that? Why didn't you tell the teacher about the shadows thing? That could probably help. I still narrow my eyes at you, Quill. You could have just said all that beforehand, you know. You didn't have to go psycho-assassin on me.
Oh, trust me, it wasn't intentional, darling. In fact, you're the one responsible for me being here.
Me?
You somehow fluffed up your dream protection rune yesterday, didn't you?
It's smeared. I might have. Why?
Leol saw Ivar's flower on the floor. That hunky bear of a man nearly had a heart attack and stormed out of the room.
Aww. I scared my adorable roommate.
Luckily, he ran into me first before alerting anyone else.
Oh, I must have dropped Ivar's flower after I blacked out. Where is he now? Is he okay?
I believe Arsham is calming him down. Don't worry. Despite all the edgy talk Arsham does, he really is the mum of our group.
Really? Alright, maybe I should go easy on him. Won't Leol blab about the flower?
Oh, I made sure Leol would keep his mouth shut, for now.
You better not have hurt the baby boy.
The 7-foot hunky baby boy. By the way, don't think that you can distract me. You still haven't told me about how you got that flower in the first place.
You're the one who went off on a tangent on your own. Yeah. Look, I smudged my runes last night, okay? Ivar got into my dreams and sent me that flower to reveal your secrets.
My secrets?
That rose. It was the groom's memory. You know, the groom from that witch's wedding.
Oh, the cheating groom? I forgot about him. You mean he's dead?
Ivar made him into a flower servant.
Poor bastard. Can't say he didn't have it coming, though. Still, that explains why Leol freaked out. Did he say anything else about me?
He called you all sinners and that I shouldn't trust you. Honestly, I'm kinda seeing his point now.
Understandable, but I swear to you, I mean you no harm. At least not now.
Oh, that's really reassuring, Quill. I don't think I'm gonna trust you for the entirety of this game.
Well, you can at least trust that I won't be attacking you in your sleep again. Oh, Cor, I think you broke my jaw.
Let me break it some more. You're still talking, so unfortunately that's a no. But here, let me check. Whoa, it is quite red, huh? It's starting to swell a bit. I didn't mean to hit you that hard.
Yes, I did.
Must you examine it that closely?
Huh? Well, yeah. How else am I gonna... Oh.
Oh, I still don't trust you.
He's blushing real bad.
Oh, Quill, did you actually want my sweet gam-gams as well? Were you jealous?
Quill was red up to his ears, and you could actually hear his heart racing. I thought that being the F-boy he is, he wouldn't be affected by this. Yet here he is, not even able to look at me in the eyes. It's kind of cute.
Pull him closer, or mock his reaction. You know what, Quill? No, I'm still mad at you. I'm still mad.
What's the issue? Shouldn't you be used to this kind of thing? As if just realizing his odd behavior, he cleared his throat and calmed down.
I mean, the mood wasn't right at all. Did you mix up our tension with sexual tension? I know it's hard being around a sex icon like me, but...
This reaction, I've seen this before. Back when Fia lied about her foreigner boyfriend, when all of her friends started dating.
Aww.
No way. Don't tell me he's... Have you even had sex, Quill?
Oh my God!
Like all the way?
You know, okay, that I would believe. That I would believe.
What? Of course I have. Ask anyone. I have to...
Oh! What? Really? Wait. Quill, were you lying this whole time? Does nobody actually like you? Ah ha ha!
You could practically see dust clouds coming out of Quill's shoes with how quickly he fled the room.
Okay, that's the twist of the century. The F-boy of the world has never actually done it. LOL. That's the biggest betrayal. Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, there's no denying it now. Quill's a virgin. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, Quill, you lied! You lied to everyone. So what was all that screaming coming from your room? Did you just have a recording or something?
Pass me the salt, will you, Quill?
Of course, Palmy darling.
Despite his usual act, Quill eyed at you warily as he passed you the salt. As he did so, you deliberately grazed and stroked his hand longingly.
Touchy-feely today, aren't we, Palmy? Finally succumbing to my charms?
And what if I did? Maybe I finally saw the real you last night, Quill.
Quill looks to the side, looking annoyed.
Not so nice being on the receiving end, is it?
Meanwhile, Thane and Arsham stared at you with their mouths agape, Thane in confusion, Arsham in fury. Don't worry, nothing happened, Arsham. Just absolute devastation, emotional damage.
So, you two seem to be getting along. Unbearably so.
Oh, I'm just being nice to my
floozy of a childhood friend.
How many people have you slept with again, buddy? Hundreds?
Can you name some of them for me? Palmier, going straight for the throat. Just absolute no mercy.
Oh, well, I mean, there's just so many, I...
Can't even name one? Really, Quill? Not one?
Romance is not my thing, Palmy. A quick F and I'm done. But honestly, shouldn't we change the subject? My sex life is hardly an appropriate topic for breakfast. Didn't stop you yesterday with that sausage. Different circumstances, Thane. Enough! Rather than Quill's horrible bedroom etiquette, don't you think we have more important things to discuss, Palmier?
Huh?
What happened with Leol last night? He was in a total panic and wouldn't explain why.
Oh, he has nightmares of his father's sometimes. I think last night was particularly intense.
I see. Is that really all?
Oh, crap. Is he catching on?
I mean, would it be so bad to tell Thane and Aram the truth? Thane, help? Thane, help? Lay off, dude. If Palmier says that's all they know, then let's leave it at that. Honestly, can't you be more like last night? I saw you in the kitchen, you know, baking cookies and making hot cocoa for the kid with that pink apron of yours. Aww. Why don't you show that motherly side to us for a change? Ow! Aram kicked Thane in the shin, making a loud thumping sound under the table. Again? Dude, learn to take a compliment already. As you giggled, you heard a repeated tap on a glass, calling for your attention. Oh, William. Attention, students. May I have a moment of your time, please? A tall, regal-looking man stood from the teacher's dining section. He must be the headmaster. Oh, he's like the coolest dude in Cool Town. Ahem. Welcome, students, new and familiar, to another semester in Ignia's Witch Hunting Academy. As the headmaster, I know my greetings are late this semester. However, I was doing my duties for the church, as all of you will one day. As you know, there's no greater duty than serving our country, a duty not so many dare to fulfill. And with that, I would like to thank all of you for your service, your time, and your sacrifice. May you foster your skills, so you may fulfill Lady Cor's dream of a world without her kin. Solaris Igna.
Solaris Igna.
I'm probably just sitting there not saying anything because I don't know the thing.
I have no idea what just happened.
Many things were said, but little was understood. You immediately DM'd Quill under the table. Quill, what's going on? Solaris Igna? What does this mean? Death to all witches. Rumor has it was a spell Cor tried to craft before her death. Hence, the dream of a world without her kin part in his speech. A bit much, if you ask me. So you love-hate your siblings. Who doesn't?
You're not very religious, are you?
Most of us aren't. A lot of people became witch hunters not to serve the church, but because it's the highest-paying job for our kind. This, or becoming livestock for the vamps in Vortec. Personally, I prefer witch hunting than being a 24/7 blood bag for those human-sized mosquitoes.
Yeah, people didn't really seem to like the vampires very much, which is a shame because I really like Thane.
Well, when you put it that way.
I wonder what mission the church sent him on. Another lead to the pure-blood witches, I suppose.
And with that, you guys simply talked about trivial stuff before you headed to your next class. Looking at the timetables on your phone, you noticed that your next class was Herbal Remedies. Within seconds, Thane draped his arm over your shoulder and led you to class.
Oh yeah, I still need to get some blood for Thane for a mission. Also, cool!
First, we slice up the mushrooms, then add the magic powder. Just a pinch will do. Holy water, just 1 drop. And of course, grind up the
marijuana.
Mix them all together. And there we have it, magic mushrooms. Perfect for a fun weekend inside the house, or to numb the pain from losing all 4 of your limbs.
Oh,
such a sweet smell. I'm sure it'll be fine if I just had a teensy-weensy little... Miss Hedwin, you're still teaching.
Don't get high during class, Miss Hedwin.
Oh, goodness. Pardon me. Now, all of you can try for yourself, my children. Please be modest with the marijuana, though. I'm afraid your school is a tad lacking in funds this year. Best of luck now. Chop chop.
I like Miss Hedwin. Miss Hedwin is cool.
In accord, the students took up their knives and started chopping the ingredients. You followed along, reading the instructions Miss Hedwin had written on the board.
Learned a new recipe, magic mushrooms. I wonder if I'm going to need this for story reasons.
Did Miss Hedwin just attempt to get high in class?
You said that like it's the first time this happened. I swear, that woman lost more than her limbs during the war. Can't blame her, though. A warrior like that can't help but have some mental scars. Even in Vortec, people sing the ballad of Hedwin of the Blue Flame.
Are witch hunters famous in Vortec?
Not particularly, but Miss Hedwin is quite famous on her own. When Miss Vilkova still worked in Moore's Academy, there were the Academia Games, where schools compete with each other in various forms of skill and combat. Miss Vilkova told me she mistook Miss Hedwin as a stray leech and tried to put her to eternal rest.
Are they friends now?
Miss Hedwin, in return, nearly burnt Miss Vilkova to a crisp. Miss Vilkova still apologized, though, since she was a teacher and Miss Hedwin was a visiting student.
Ooh. Are you and Miss Vilkova close? I believe that's the lady that you see him in the hallway with. I still need to get like a vial of blood for him or something.
Oh, she's like a mother to me. She's the second most important person in my life.
Duly noted. Am I the first?
You?
Ouch. No need to be mean about it.
No, I didn't mean it that way. That just caught me off guard, dude. If you asked me that when I was a first year, I might have said yes, though. I used to have a crush on you. Did you know that?
Wait, really? Where's Thane in my world?
Yeah, I thought you were pretty cute. But then I knew you and Aram were a thing, and then there's that whole weird friendship you have with Quill. Also, no offense, but you're kind of a biscuit sometimes. There's just too much history between us now.
So, hypothetically, if I still look the way I do, but my entire personality and background were all different, you'd give us a shot?
Oh, 1000%, yeah. Crap, ow!
You turned your head and noticed that Thane accidentally nicked himself on his cutting knife. Ugh. Dark and grainy-looking blood started oozing from his finger.
Ooh. Oh well, it'll heal on its own.
Looking at the blood dripping from Thane's fingers seems to trigger something in you. To back when you and Fia used to play in the garden, and she would almost always nick her fingers on your mother's roses. Without thinking much about it, you instinctively sucked on Thane's finger.
Oh, that's probably not something you want to do, 'cause he's a vampire.
What the F?
I shouldn't have done that. He's not Fia, you idiot. Maybe if I laugh it off as a joke. But wait. His blood kind of tastes like ash. Unlike normal blood, his blood tasted stale, with a texture similar to ash. Ooh.
No, Palmier.
Thane pushed you away and immediately retracted his finger from your mouth.
What are you doing? Spit that out. Spit my blood out now. Which vampire rules are we going by? Is this going to bond us together eternally?
He then violently scraped your tongue with his gloved finger.
Blech! Thane, what?
Shut up. Rinse your mouth with this.
Thane shoved a glass of holy water to your mouth, pleading you to rinse your mouth with it.
Please don't give me the choice to do it or to not to do it.
Gargle. Did you get it all out? Stick your tongue out.
I'm fine. I was just trying to help.
The wound already closed on its own. I didn't need help. Did you forget what I was? We could have soul bonded.
Oh no. That would be terrible. How awful. How bad.
Huh?
Honestly, do you pay any attention in class, Palmier? Vampires soul bond with a blood exchange. Sure, I haven't drunk your blood, but still. If I drank yours and you drank mine, we would have soul bonded.
I like these vampire rules.
Seriously, what are you smoking?
I mean, we're in a class full of marijuana.
The weed in the air, probably. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I know. Still, that was pretty reckless of you, Palmier. What if Aram found out and killed me?
Wait, that's what you were worried about?
Well, about us bonding too, but I don't know. I'd rather be with you than anyone else in our quartet.
Huh?
Ah, nuts. Nuts. Here's the big question. Here's the $1 million question. Is this the deciding moment? Who do I want to go after in this playthrough? Well, not Quill. Aram will probably be last. I really do like Thane, though. But I really like Leol. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for Thane. I think at this point, I like Thane.
Likewise.
Wait, really? Well, thanks. That doesn't mean I would actually soul bond with you, though.
I know. And with that, you continued making some magic mushrooms. You were able to make a portion for yourself. With the class done, Thane ran to his next class. Your next class would start at 3, so maybe now would be a good time to find Quill or Leol. I should really talk with those two, Leol especially. Compared to everyone else I've met so far, Leol seems the most sane of the bunch. Although perhaps a bit too pure and soft for this world.
I've only been here 2 days?
Hope I can find him without heading back to the dorms.
Let's find... Oh, there he is.
Just as you headed out of the building, you saw Leol with a familiar flower in his hands. Leol!
Get back here! Baby girl, get back here!
Leol took one good look at you and bolted. You immediately ran after him. You chased Leol all the way to the gardens. Before he could try to run again, you...
Trip him or tackle him? Tackle him!
Why are you hugging me?
Because you're big and soft and adorable.
Actually, I was trying to tackle you. I forgot how buff you are for a second there, but at least you stopped running away. Leol, just what are you doing with that flower?
Sending it off to the sea.
What?
On land, this poor man will never know peace, but at sea, at least they'll stop crying in misery.
Crying? Wait, you can hear them? Leol gave a small nod.
Oh, sweet baby angel boy.
Vaguely. They mumble and cry a lot. It's hard to understand them sometimes. This one kept apologizing for cheating on his fiancée, Vera, my sister. I know he's in the wrong, but no sin deserves this kind of punishment. I was only trying to bring his soul some peace.
Does that mean seawater kills them?
No, they're still cursed with immortality, but they won't get more buds blossoming. I don't know why, but the seawater keeps them in one piece, and the crying usually stops, little by little.
I see. Sounds like you've handled this before.
My elder brothers told me before the buds grew.
Ah, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too. Thomas said you met my father in a dream.
Thomas?
This flower's name. Thomas said you and my father talked about Vera. He says you're the one who killed her.
Crap. To be fair, she killed someone else first. A guest at her own wedding, and are you mad?
No, I'm glad actually. I still remember the many times Vera harmed Yilf. She had it coming.
Who is this Yilf?
Yilf?
My brother. He was the one who helped me escape.
Aw. New conversation topic. Ivar's sons.
Oh. Have you seen him, Yelf? He's a red rose bouquet now. Is he all right? No blood oozing from his petals? No tears?
No tears. At least none that I can see, but let's not add that detail.
Good. I'm sorry for rummaging through your stuff, but I wanted to put Thomas at peace. Will you let me do that, please?
Of course. In fact, I think I know someone that can help.
The Quill fisherman?
Pike.
Oh, Palmier. Good to see you, kiddo, and wow. Who might this strapping fellow be? You fish lad? I could use your muscles out at sea. Bet you can wrangle up tuna with your bare hands. Aw. Tuna?
Pike, this is Leol. Leol, this is Pike. Pike's a fisherman from Lenar, the local fishing village.
Look at Palmier talking like she knows the area.
Pike, sorry to trouble you, but could you set this flower off to sea?
Why him?
Well, if we set it off here, it'll probably drift back to campus. Wouldn't it be better for Thomas to be set further out?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. You want me to send this flower to the sea, kiddo? Sure, I was just about to head out there anyways. Not much bite in these waters today. Is this a custom of yours? Pretty flower, though. Never seen anything like this. You don't know what that flower means? Nah, flowers aren't really my thing. Also, lad, I must say you have some mighty fine peepers on you. So pretty.
Aw, Pike doesn't know.
My eyes. They don't bother you? Why would they?
Oh, Leol's smile must be protected.
Also, I wasn't kidding, Sonny. I could use a man like you around the village. I'm getting old. Need help carrying my catch home every now and then. You can do it after class. Carry my catch home. Clean out some fish. I'll pay you a good coin for it. Take me with you as you set the flower off. Then, sure. Deal. Shall we go then? You don't mind me making a quick stop to Lenar, do you? Well, it's fine. Sail ho!
As Pike prepared his boat, they all turned at you and smiled warmly for once.
Oh,
I'll be off then.
I want to pat his head.
Beep.
Can I even reach it?
With Leol sitting on the boat, you are now able to pat his head from the pier. Try to have fun, okay? And say goodbye to Thomas for me.
Right, thank you.
Now wait a minute. Wouldn't Thomas have also heard Ivar say that I am not the one who killed the witch?
Well, off we go now. See ya, kiddo.
You watched Leol and Pike set off to sea. That's one issue done. Now to find Quill.
You still bruised up, Quill?
Did you know that the Vamps and Vortek are trying to create a new aircraft? Not one running on runing, but on blood? Apparently, some Vamps have been drinking enough witch blood to develop powers of their own. Ominous, if you ask me.
Oh.
If you have too many fish you don't even know what to do with, just give them to the cats. Cats in Gomorrah love fish. If you have turtles, you can also give them to Thane. I heard he likes to drink their blood. Okay.
Thane?
Oh, hey, Palmier. Wanna hang?
I did say I like Thane. Let's hang out with Thane.
Great. I know just the spot. Oh, you wanna hang out? Just the two of us? Sure. You should change into something more comfortable, and we'll meet up back here.
Where are you taking me?
It's a surprise.
Ooh. With insistent tugs, Thane led you to the campus gates. He picked a locked door, and you climbed a set of stairs up to the gate's upper walls. Ooh. What are we doing here, Thane?
Cute. Making sure no one's patrolling the gates.
Quietly, Thane scoped out the bridge. His eyes glowed a bright red as he did so.
Cool. Good, we're in the clear.
Thane pulled out a blood potion and downed it in one go. Then he took off his jacket and tossed it your way.
Oh my good golly gosh! Hold on, we need time to unpack all this. Sir, I am looking quite disrespectfully. Hey, Scott, that's a cool belt. Is that actual caution tape, or is that just a cool belt? Ah, that's such a cool belt. The bed, wings, hip windows, sleeveless turtleneck. Brothers, we cannot stay focused. Lord have mercy. You can't just do that to me, Thane.
Right, hop on.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa indeed, Palmier. Whoa is the understatement of the century. How can you be a sweet vampire that has a cool caution tape belt and a tight sleeveless turtleneck with hip windows? What are you doing to me?
Bat-like wings protruded out from Thane's back. His eyes shone a deep red, and his wings were large enough to smother you whole.
You don't say.
As you remained still, entranced by Thane's new form, you noticed his eyes starting to dart about. A worried look soon formed on his face.
Crap, I can smell Dietrich's blood close by. We have to go, quick.
Okay. Quick, I don't wait. Oh. Ah.
Without warning, Thane scooped you up into his arms and leapt into the air. You flailed in his arms as your screams echoed through the night sky.
Oh.
When you finally landed, you couldn't help but unceremoniously plop down to the ground. You'd never been so grateful to touch gravel in your life.
Land. Sweet land.
Whoops, sorry dude. Guess you're still not used to the flying thing, huh?
No, I'm not used to the whole entire thing, everything.
I was secretly anxious back then. Actually, I've never enjoyed flying. All this time, I was only pretending to be alright to save face. I have a fear of heights. Don't know if Palmier felt the same way, but like heck am I gonna experience that again.
Wait, really? Aw, man. Why didn't you tell me sooner? If I knew, I wouldn't have flown you here.
It's fine. Anyway, what's your surprise again?
Because that back there was a very nice surprise. You just walk around like that with all that hotness? Just carrying all that around?
Oh, right. Come on, I'll show you a new restaurant I found.
Ooh. Everane.
Avarish.
A sushi restaurant?
Not just any sushi restaurant. Workers here are all vampires from Morlanha. They serve blood pops, blood shots, raw meat sushi, and everything.
Ooh.
Oh, and they serve normal human food too, of course. I wasn't going to let you just come and watch me eat or anything. That would be weird. But anyway, tonight is my treat, so don't worry about the bell. It's on me. Also, I can finally eat with you. Isn't that nice? I don't have to pretend to play with my food while you guys stuff yourselves in the dining hall for once.
That's pretty great, Thane.
Right? I knew you'd like it. Come on, let's take a seat.
Oh.
Thane pulled you to the nearest empty table. The chef greeted you as you got yourself a spot at the sushi bar.
Avarish.
Zerkov uns Vea Morlonha? Is this vampire speak? Both me and Palmier are like, what? Vortek vast a zanra. Zerkov ni hirad. I feel like I'm going to summon something.
Aria valeam vastis.
The sushi chef gave you a thumbs up and turned his back on you, cutting up squid with a loud chopping sound.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry about that. It's nice to use my native tongue sometimes.
Vampire lingo?
Sure. Although the formal term for it is Askuri, Only people in Morlonha and Vortex speak the language. Cool. It's nice to hear the staff speaking it here. At school, I could only talk like that with Miss Volkova, and you know how much of a talker she is. Anyway, I ordered you some squid sushi, since I know you're gonna order that first. Squid is your favorite, right? Especially calamari. It's always the first thing you grab whenever we have it at school.
It's true, I do love squid, but what about you? Having a blood pop?
Oh, don't worry, I'll order in a sec. Verleichtig jury dana. Vien.
Would you mind teaching me that sometime?
Oskari? Sure, I would love to, though I have to warn you, it won't be much of a use here in Ignia. No one besides Vamps in this country speaks it, so like 20 people? Tops?
Wow, only that many?
To be fair, not many Vamps venture out to this side of the world. Too much sun. Sure, we're evolved to endure it, but it's still way too bright for comfort sometimes. I buy fairy essence from Mr. Dietrich now and then to withstand the sun better. Cool.
Really? Then why did you move here?
Calling it moving is a bit of a stretch, don't you think, Palmier? But, well, that's a story for some other time. Oh, hey, my food's here.
Don't change the subject. Avoiding the subject, Thane focused all his attention on his plate.
There was something about Thane's statement that intrigued you just now. Was Thane forced to move here? Thane, do you have some kind of sad backstory? If you played your card rights, he might open up to you a little.
Oh no. Do I have any gifts? I don't think I do. Let's talk. So I went through all these and cheated and saw which ones that he likes. He likes talking about jellyfish.
I tried to catch a jellyfish once. Sadly, they disappear after 24 hours.
Really? Weird dreams.
Oh, dude, I had a weird dream once. I was a police officer and I had lingerie on as a disguise. You know, undercover stuff, and everything looked advanced and fancy.
Maybe an alternate universe?
Oh yeah. What?
Maybe, but I'd rather have a version of me who's not a total femboy, you know? Hey, stop pinching me. I'm not Fia.
Oh, he likes being pinched in the face.
You know I realize what you're doing, right?
What am I doing?
Making me drop my guard so you can ask about my past. Just so you know, it's not gonna happen. No matter how charming you are right now.
Oh, we'll see if we can change that.
You think I'm charming?
You are, when you need to be, which is usually when you have something you want. It may work on others, but it won't work on me, Palmy, so just drop it, and let's enjoy the rest of the night, yeah?
What if I told you that I'm actually not Palmier?
Okay, sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
It's alright. I know what I've gotten myself into when I decided to be your friend. You and those two other weirdos.
Hey, takes a weirdo to know a weirdo.
Oh. We're having a nice time.
You kept the mood light and stuffed yourself with sushi until Thane had to carry you out on his back.
I just ate sushi and now we're flying up all high.
You held back the urge to vomit as he flew you back to the school.
It didn't work. Thane, I'm gonna... Herg.
Yeah. Thane brought you back to your room after you were done cleaning up.
Yeah, we ate a bunch of fish and then went flying. We should have walked.
Ugh. When you walked in, Leol was already fast asleep. You tried to make as little noise as possible before crashing to bed.
Oh. Oh no, is this another dream?
What? Where am I? I thought forgetting my rune meant visiting Ivar, but is this a different witch's dream?
Oh, so pretty!
You looked around and saw a woman sitting on the edge of the water, seemingly clueless about your presence. Oh, did you come bearing gifts, Uphep? Ooh. At first you thought she was referring to you, but you soon noticed a white silhouette slithering past you and encircling itself around the woman's figure. Now on her shoulder, you finally noticed that the slithering silhouette was a snake, only lacking its skin and, well, everything else.
It's a magic snake skeleton.
A familiar red rose was lodged in its mouth before it coughed it up into the woman's hand. Uh-oh.
You ratted me out, snake!
Ah, another of dear Ivar's creations crying out for mercy.
Hey, didn't we put that in the water?
You said this one was sent to me by the water. Thomas, is it? So Ivar's reach has extended to the school at last. Shush, little one, for no matter how hard your cries are, they will not beckon death's sweet embrace.
Pretty.
And though I cannot grant your wish, I shall try my best to put your soul at ease. Slowly, the rose was enveloped in light before turning into something else entirely.
Ooh, a jellyfish? Is that where the magic jellyfishes come from?
Dream well, little one.
Magic jellyfish!
You watched as the jellyfish flew out of her hand, floating peacefully as it passed through the ceiling. Is this where the flying jellyfish in this world comes from?
Cool! Are you a nice lady?
Does my death-scented visitor desire my embrace as well? Huh? Wait, are you talking to me? The woman paused at you for a second before smiling warmly. The smell of death clings to you like second skin, but it is a different kind of death. An unworldly kind. You are the unplanned champion, the innocent outsider who will be our demise. As she approached you, you were able to look closer at the lady's eyes.
Pretty!
Instead of pupils and irises, her eyes were more like stars.
So pretty!
The witch smiled at your entranced expression. 'Tis not our true moment of meeting, little one. You still have one kin of mine to slay. The witch turned around and walked to the center of the room. Until then, I shall await for your arrival here in the most blasphemous of secrets. In a tomb where humans and witches tried to be gods. What are you talking about? That's for you to find out, little one. Farewell now. Time to return to your nightmare.
But I don't wanna. Can't I stay here with you?
A tomb where humans and witches tried to be gods? What was she talking about? New conversation topic. A god's tomb. Maybe the library has something. Who might be texting me this early?
Quill!
The dreaded day has finally come. What is it now, you big drama queen? Miss Vilkova's defense class. The three of us all have this class together. Uh-oh. And I know she's going to make you and Aram partner up and show the class how it's done. She always does that. I'll send you pictures of the runes you need to survive.
Oh, thank you.
Each rune will have a different use. We're studying in the archery field today, so I'm guessing we're doing long-range combat. A blessing for you, really, unless you've actually been in a fist fight.
Trust me, I know how to fight. Bar brawls can be pretty intense. And by that I mean just flailing and screaming.
Bar brawls? How plebeian. Anyway, have you drawn the runes?
How can I? You haven't sent me any photos.
Fair point. I'll shut up now.
But don't worry, I'll grace you with my presence later in the archery field.
Quill sent you a picture of various runes. You carefully draw those runes on your knuckles, then blowing on them to make sure they dry properly this time. Once you're done, you noticed your next class wouldn't start until later after lunch. Wonder what I should do to pass the time.
Let's go to the library and check out that stuff.
Uh-oh. Poppy? Is that the potions teacher?
Are you sure, Hedwin? There's no mistaking it. The baker child is not what she seems. What? You heard some teachers talking about you behind the door, worried they're catching on you.
Oh, and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
What do you think, Dietrich?
I think Palmier is acting like her usual self. Aren't you the one that needs to be checked, Hedwin?
I know what I saw. Let's just see how it goes. Are the teachers catching on? Dietrich seems to be covering for me. I should be careful around Miss Hedwin, though. Hey, Palmier, I was just wondering, do you think you were a changeling baby? A what? You know, a changeling baby. Babies who get swapped at birth by fairies. I'm asking because you and Fia are so different from each other. I mean, no worries if you are one. I was a changeling. Okay. In fact, Mr. Kepler was the fairy who took me from my parents.
Why did he take you in the first place?
Apparently my parents used to go to this school too and messed with his books a lot, so he held a grudge. My parents had to do the whole changeling ritual thing. You know, the 100 paces in a circle, 13 drops of honey, a human sacrifice.
Okay, that's just normal.
What? What? But yeah, point is, the demon spawn was returned to the fairies and I was sent back to my parents. Don't you ever wonder that either you or Fia might be a demon spawn?
No.
Oh, okay then.
Is that something I have to worry about now?
You saw Kepler guiding some students carrying a tower of books into the library.
Over here, and don't touch the glass.
What's going on?
Lady Yutka of Castry just donated books from her library. She said there's a shockingly lacking amount of books on witches for a witch-hunting academy.
Don't do that!
She was also kind enough to replace the map a student defaced. Once I get my hands on that student, I swear I'm going to gut him and eat his heart out.
Not literally, right? Look at that face. He means that literally. He's gonna be having pulsating organ for lunch.
That is still a pending answer.
Okay, you psycho. Why don't you let me deal with this guy, yeah? It's probably just some kid who's jealous of vamps or something.
Fine, but if you don't find him by next week, I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Okay.
I haven't eaten a student in quite some time now.
Excuse you? Care to elaborate? And he's gone, of course.
My dude!
Oh, there's my buddies. You can also give him some honey. Fairies love honey.
Really? Do I have enough for honey? Probably not, because I just bought some blood for my baby. Ooh, I do. Nice. Oh, wait, better yet, I should make something. Yes, there's like a honey something. Honey pop. Honey and sugar. Got it. That's neat. That's really neat. So, maybe I can bribe him with some honey pops. Ooh, that looks good. Wait, Thane? Wait, did Thane want that? I was gonna give it to the teacher. Alright, what are my buddies doing here? Thane, you wanted some honey pops?
In order to create Loki's Frost, you would need an ice crystal, quality ink, and, phosphorus? Magic powder. We've been through this. Blue for frost, green for giant's fire.
You learned how to make Loki's frost. Ooh.
I know, man, but you can't expect me to remember every dang recipe, can you? You're not supposed to memorize. You're supposed to use logic in your answers.
I mean, yeah.
Phosphorus is highly flammable. It has no place in a potion that does the complete opposite.
He's got a point. Arsham's starting to become more and more attractive.
Why do I have to know these things anyway? Once we graduate, we can just look up what the potion ingredients are. Yes, but you haven't graduated now, have you? This is the second time you have to retake this class. If you fail, you won't graduate with us.
I'm going to pat Thane's hair.
Hey, don't touch the hair. Who do you think you... Oh, Palmier.
Thought you needed the encouragement.
I'm not 5. Don't treat me like a kid.
Thane didn't seem to appreciate your head pats. Arsham, on the other hand, eyed you longingly. Aww. I kinda want to be nice to Arsham now. You're doing great, sweetie. Praise him.
You're helping him study? That's sweet of you.
Correction. I'm trying to help him study. I'm beginning to think it's a lost cause. Don't give up on me, man. If you give up, I don't know who else to turn to. I know. That's why I'm trying my best here. However, you're really testing my patience.
Maybe what you need isn't a teacher, but a study buddy. Have you asked Fia to study with you?
Would Fia know this?
I guess I could do that. I just hate studying, man. I'd much rather kick the crap out of some witch than be cooped up in the library all day. I didn't want to rely on incentives, but...
Arsham pulled out a bottle of red potion.
That smell. Is that mixed blood?
Hey, I have some of that for you too.
I made it for a quest. Long story. If you memorize recipes for 5 potions by this afternoon, I'll let you have this, okay? Now we're talking. Okay, you're on.
You left Arsham and Thane to continue with their studies. Since Arsham had given Thane a blood potion, you told Thane that you lost the potion you were supposed to give him.
What? No, I have it now! Aww.
He was sad at first, but that did motivate him to study more.
What? I had it!
I had it.
I had it! Dang it!
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh well, maybe I should start doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Settle down, children. Rowdiness will only earn you demerits. Now today we'll be focusing on ice and fire projectile runes. Each student will hold a distance of 10 meters apart as you cast your long-range spells. Strictly ice and fire rune spells, please. Can anyone tell me why? Both Arsham and Quill held up their hand.
Inkwell. Water projectiles won't hold their form with a distance of over 7 meters. Meanwhile, wind and shadow runes are meant for long-range combat, so it would be too easy to use in this exercise. If I may add, Miss Vilkova.
Go on.
I believe water projectiles can hold their form, but only in the hands of a pureblood witch.
Okay. I guess maybe I should know that.
Correct. Both of you, 5 points each. An extra 5 for you, Nephis.
You could hear Quill mumbling at that.
Teacher's pet. Don't be petty, Quill.
Now, one of you will be strictly using fire, and one of you will be using ice. The main goal of this exercise is to maintain your projectile's form as far as you can, while actually hitting your opponent, of course. Avoid all vital areas, and the fight ends in 3 cuts or if your opponent is immobilized. Now, let us begin.
Oh no!
Let me just save. Arsham Nephis and Palmier Baker, you two were my top scorers last semester. So you two are up first. Nephis, your ice, Baker, your fire. Don't dally now, chop chop. Arsham confidently strode across the field, while you reluctantly got up the bench and walked to your spot. Quill gave you a thumbs up, but he mouthed, "You're gonna die," as he did so. How supportive. Man, he can be such a butthole sometimes. On my mark now. 1, 2, fight!
I don't wanna.
You could see icicles starting to form around Arsham, shaping themselves into various kinds of floating daggers. Without hesitation, Arsham flung those sharp daggers at you.
Whoa!
Rolled out of the way, but one grazed your leg. Another cut formed on your jacket, but it didn't break the skin. That's 1 cut. Point to Arsham. Arsham had a smug grin as he seemed to expect you to roll out of the way and adjusted his aim accordingly. I don't know why, but that smile of his is really starting to tick me off.
Ah! Quit it.
Before you could think, the grass below you glowed, and ice shards bursts out. Hey, that's not a long-range attack, or is it?
Ow!
You flinched back, but a shard got you on the wrist. At this point, I can't tell if he's sparring with me or actually trying to kill me. That's 2 cuts. Off your game today, Palmier. Need a moment, Palmier? Shall I stand here and let you take a free hit just so you can catch up?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that offer, actually. Don't know if this will work, but... Fire? Ooh. Cool! A bright blue flame was conjured out of your hands. Your fingertips started to singe as the flame burst forth in the form of a tiger. Sweet! It twirled and contorted as it pounced towards Arsham. Ooh. Crap! In a bout of panic, Arsham seemed to have flung his own flame at you. His phoenix charged straight ahead to your blazing tiger. Cool! Both your flames collided. Your blue flames engulfed his. You can feel the heat radiating on your face. However, they were nothing compared to the burning sensation on your fingertips.
I did a magic! Yay!
Ow! Why do my fingers hurt so bad? A blue flame? Incredible! I haven't seen a blue flame since Hedwyn lost her limbs. 10 points to Palmier. Is there actually a point system, or does she just like saying that? Simply amazing, Palmier. You... Your hand. Ooh. Rune necrosis.
Oh no!
Arsham ran across the field and reached out to your hand, pulling the glove off as quickly as he could. Ooh. Looking at your hand, you notice it turned black and blue. The pain was manageable, but you couldn't seem to move your fingers as you wanted to.
Aw, man!
Can you move your fingers? No. This is bad. We need to get you to the infirmary. Miss Vilkova. I've already contacted Hedwyn. Hurry now, before it reaches her wrist. Of course.
Oh no, isn't that the teacher I'm supposed to be avoiding?
Arsham lifted you up in his arms and carried you bridal style.
What? Hey!
It'll be quicker this way. Come on now. In the infirmary, Ms. Hedwyn doused your hand with holy water before putting your hand in a bowl of what seemed to be pure liquid gold. Ooh. Mermaid and unicorn blood mixed with typhus and phoenix leaf. A cruel remedy, but a most effective one. You're lucky Mr. Dietrich seems to somehow always have a bit of unicorn blood in stock. You're good at this. I was a battlefield medic after losing all my limbs in Caroham. I had to be good, or else more would have shared my fate. In the end, we may have lost the war, but I still speak to the hunters I attended to. I consider that enough of a victory for myself. As Ms. Hedwyn spoke, you noticed the liquid started to turn black. Pitch black, like tar. That's it. You can pull out your hand now. You pulled out your hand and saw it was covered in small cuts, although the black and blue marks had all disappeared. Why is it still cut up like that? You finally heard Arsham speak up. He'd been sitting right next to you, holding your left hand the entire time you were here.
Aww.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't be so mean to Arsham. Seemingly more for his comfort than yours, you let him do so, understanding that he needed the reassurance. Could be worse. When I was afflicted with rune necrosis, I saw my entire finger disintegrate right in front of me, exposing the bones and all.
Ooh.
That doesn't help, Miss Hedwin.
Apologies. I shouldn't be saying that now, should I?
Suspicious of me as she may be, I like Miss Hedwin. She's cool. She's one of the cool kids.
The cuts will heal eventually. I suggest you refrain from drawing runes on your hand for 3 days at least. I'll make a note from Miss Vilkova to excuse you from any combat practice until then.
That's it? Is there anything I can do?
You can let go of her hand. Keep gripping like that, and she might need treatment for her left hand, too. Arsham seemed embarrassed at that, dropping your hand like it was on fire.
Freedom! Thank you.
Hey, it's okay. Thanks for comforting me. Aren't you too cute? Well then, I'll be off now. If you need me, I'll be at the church as usual.
Thank you, Miss Hedwin.
As she left, you could hear Arsham exhaling, a deep, long one.
You're incredible. You know that, Palmier?
You call almost losing a hand incredible?
I meant your blue flames. This is a secret, but I've been trying to conjure that kind of flame for months now. The most I can do is summon out a phoenix flame, yet you did that spell like it was nothing. Almost as if by accident.
Because it was.
You're incredible. I wonder if I'll ever catch up to you.
It's not like you have to.
I mean, we all have strengths and weaknesses. I'm not above or below you or anything. We're equals, and people peak at different paces.
I feel that that's very not like Palmier to say, and may have just outed me completely.
Are we really equals? Every time I try to catch up, you run miles ahead of me.
Well, maybe if you weren't cursing ministry officials and manipulating other students, you could fall into my pace.
I only do those things because...
A loud knock interrupted Arsham's train of thought.
He's probably about to say something important.
Who dares? Palmy, Arsham, you good? Red, what are you doing here? Excuse you, I'm here too. No hi, Quill, or thanks for coming.
What are you two doing here?
You were taking so long in here, darling. I nearly had a heart attack seeing you with that wound. It was worse than Thane's wound last semester, and he nearly lost 2 of his fingers. Yeah, we couldn't take it anymore, dude. What's the holdup? Oh, unless we're interrupting something. Gasp! Getting down and dirty on the infirmary bed? My, Arsham, and I thought you were a gentleman. Bah!
Arsham threw a pillow right into Quill's dramatically scandalized face.
Do you ever stop talking, Quill? Was it a pillow fight? You're on. No, you idiot! Gah!
Thane grabbed a cushion from the chair and smacked Arsham right in the face. Quill followed suit and snatched the pillow from the other bed, throwing both pillows at you.
Oh, it's on.
You were not sure how your trip to the infirmary turned into a full-blown pillow fight, but you were happy it did anyway.
Calm down, you impudent brats. Oh, come on, Archie. You had fun, too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, is Arsham now a cute? Oh no, I like Arsham.
Sure. By the way, what did Hedwin say, Palmy? You good?
I can't use runes on my right hand for 3 days, but I should be fine.
3 days? But what about our mission together? You had a mission? Bounty on some witch called Mesna. 500 grand for her head.
Oh, that's where he's going with this. He's extremely opportunistic, isn't he?
500 grand? You serious? That's a lot of money. which usually means a lot of risks or conditions.
Don't worry, it's the latter. I think this witch is involved with the nobles. You know, Maisna's House of Desires.
House of what? Never heard of it. Yes, please explain, because I don't know what that is either.
Isn't that a floozy house where only the 1% play in? It's highly exclusive, even amongst the nobles and higher-ups. So exclusive that no one ever divulges where it is.
Aw, man.
Well, someone discovered that it might be less of a dirty secret and more of a witchy secret instead. Client wanted me and Palmier to go scope the area and bust some heads.
We gon' die.
And how exactly are you going to get there? Client sent Palmier an invite. Should get us in. But with Palmier's injury, we could really use some backup. You lovely boys up for a night out? 500k divided by 4 is still 150k. And where exactly did you receive this bounty, Quill? I didn't see it up on the job boards. It was just posted moments ago. Look it up. Although skeptical, Aram scrolled his phone, his face tensed after reading the post. It's very vague, and it seems like even the client isn't sure if it's a witch or not. Yep, only speculation. If it's not a witch, then the pay is cut to only 1,000. Still, not a bad gig. That makes more sense. You sure it's not the club themselves, trying to market into the witch hunter scene? Well, even if it is, it's still a chance to enter the world's most elusive nightclub. Sounds fun, don't you think? Hubris doesn't suit you, Quill. No one posts a 500,000 bounty without solid understanding of risks and fears. Yeah, well, Palmier and I already decided to go, so you can tag along or wait here and sing my victories after. I'm in. I could use the money to buy some blood. Are she? If Palmier is going with that injury, then it's best if I come as well.
Thank you, Aram.
Then it's settled. We'll rendezvous in Aram's room on Sunday, 7 p.m. sharp. And why exactly must we use my room? Because unlike the rest of us, your room's a single, since we all know you somehow convinced that poor first year to drop out.
Aw.
He was annoying me, and I have no use for a hunter with no family name. And that's why you have followers instead of friends, Aram. Besides us three, you love us, don't you, Daddy? Stop.
What's that? That looks like a smirk, Aram.
Despite looking annoyed at first, Aram did put on a faint little smile. Something I realized about him was... he's a manipulative a-hole, there's no doubt about that, but he does have a sweet spot for your little quartet, and Leol, apparently. It's... acceptable. Pretty acceptable.
He is a sweet baby.
Different worlds, different morals, although you couldn't call Aram kind in your world. He was kind by this world's standards. As long as he didn't treat you like a pawn in his little game, you were fine with his current attitude. You coming, Palmier?
Huh?
Dinner. You should eat something, then head straight to bed.
Yes, Mom.
Not you two.
You had dinner with the boys, then headed straight to bed.
Is Leol okay? Palmier.
Aram, come in.
Is Fia in there with you?
No, why?
I needed to talk to her, but I couldn't find her in her room.
Huh?
Do you know where she goes?
Wait, you went to her room? Why?
That's private.
And I'm her sister. What else have you been doing in her room? Were you alone with her? Do I have to hurt you?
I'm not doing anything unseemly with her, if that's what you're worried about. Don't worry, you're still my favorite baker, Palmier. You look lovely today, by the way.
Thanks, I guess. I was gonna be mean to you, but I want to be nice.
Thanks, but don't change the subject. Where is my cute sissy? Next time, don't go into my sister's room without my permission. She's an adult, but she's still my baby sister.
Duly noted.
Arsham left your room with a scowl on his face. I wonder where Fia might be. If she's anything like my Fia, then it should have taken her ages to get ready in the morning. Did she have an early class? Worried, you decided to head out and look for Fia. She was probably still in the dorm somewhere. Right? No harm but to come to my sister. Who's crying? Who needs reassurance? As you looked around for Fia in the girls' dorm room, you heard a faint sob coming from the bathroom. Wait, is that Fia? Who made my sister cry? Fia, you in here?
Palmier?
I heard you crying. It wasn't me. It was Prim. Cute.
Fia, what am I gonna do? My father, how could he do this to us?
Taking in your surroundings, you noticed that your sister was stroking the blonde's back. She took on a fetal position, sitting on the bathroom floor as Fia crouched next to her and gently rubbed her back in a soothing circular pattern.
Oh,
what's wrong? Prim's father just sold their house and left their mom without leaving them a cent.
Oh.
What? Why?
Why?
That's kind of what we're trying to figure out. My theory is simple. Her dad has a secret family, another set of wife and kids whom he loves more. What do you think, Grumbles?
Fia, I'm right here.
Oh, sorry. Didn't think you'd hear that. But you know I'm not good at this comforting thing. Do you want hot cocoa to calm your nerves?
I'm allergic to chocolate.
Wow, she really does suck at this. Leave it to me. Guard the door and leave this to me. Wait, are you gonna... But isn't that too cruel? I know you're not right in the head sometimes, but that's low, even for you, Grumbles. Huh? What is she talking about? What did the old me do? I'm just going to talk to her. Right, talk. Well, you always know best. I'll guard the door. What did you think I was gonna do? What was that about? You should really ask what she meant by all that. But for now... You had a sobbing teenager to deal with. Prim, right? My name's Palmier. I'm sorry for my sister's attitude. I can lend an ear if you want.
I just don't get it. We were fine. Last week was my parents' silver anniversary. We had a big party and everything. They even renewed their vows. But then my uncle took my dad on a boys' night out, and suddenly he said he didn't love her anymore. That he found someone else and was going to spend the rest of his life with her. Why? Did my uncle hook my dad up with a stripper or something?
Are you sure it's another woman?
What else can it be? I bet she's some floozy who only wants my dad's money. I heard he even sold his company and land in Castry. He just took all the money and ran. I don't know where he is.
That sounds like he might have been manipulated somehow.
Do you think he sold all of his assets so he could live a new life with her in Vortec or something? What am I gonna do? My mother never worked a day in her life, and I don't know crap about working either. I had an allowance of 100,000 gold for fluff's sake. How am I supposed to do manual labor now? How am I supposed to pay for school?
Might be good for you. Spoiled little rich kid. It's probably the absolute wrong thing to say, but this'll be good for you. I know it might seem bad now, but it does seem like you've had a pretty cushy life so far. Maybe this is the universe's way to teach you how to become independent, be a self-made woman.
You're telling me you don't want 100,000 a month for doing nothing? I want to do whatever I want to be spoiled rotten doing it.
Okay, get out of my face. Just get out. Get out. Fia, get your girl. Get your girl.
Who the fluff wants to work for their money?
Maybe you're better off this way.
Yeah, this wasn't going how I wanted it to be. If it makes you feel better, a girl as pretty as you would have no problem getting a sugar daddy. A sugar daddy? What's that?
Your daddy, apparently.
Well, it's kind of...
While you were explaining sugar babies and only fans with a P, you realized that this world hadn't created those yet. I'm sure there's sugar daddies in this world, I'm quite sure. The girl lit up as she felt she could use your suggestion to build up a business. Oh no, did I just create OnlyFans in a mythical world? Dear Lord, what have you done? Oh no, well, she's gonna learn to be an entrepreneur. With Prim gone, Fia reluctantly entered the room.
So, is it done?
I think so. She stopped sobbing at least.
Yeah, but what did you do? Like, what did you rewrite?
Huh?
You used that rune again, right?
The memory rewrite rune you made. Oh. I don't think rerouting her memories is gonna fix the situation.
What?
No, I just talked to her.
Wait, so you really just talked to her? You? Grumbles? You actually formed sentences and talked to her?
Oh no, my cover's blown.
Why does everyone think I can't hold a proper conversation? Probably because before whatever miracle happened this summer, talking with you meant you responding in hums and grunts. Well, I swear I just talked to her, okay? Would I ever lie to you? No, I guess not. Sorry for doubting you.
Now about Aram coming into your room.
If you said you didn't use it, then I'll take your word for it.
New conversation topic. Rewrite rune.
I swear I didn't. Also, you were going to let me brainwash your friend? I mean, last time you did it, it worked out for the best. The methods were questionable, but they're happy, so I trust you. But am I worthy of that trust? Maybe I should look around my phone and learn more about my doppelganger.
Oh yeah.
Something's not right here.
Was I actually a bad person? Uh-oh.
You would have dark runes today. Mr. Dietrich put on his usual fake smile as he taught in class. You listened on before continuing the rest of your day.
That's the right amount of school.
Have you heard about Leslie?
Didn't he drop out?
Yeah, he decided to be a mermaid catcher. I never understood the use of mermaids. With sirens, at least their feathers and voice have healing properties.
Mermaids make a good conversation starter, though. My uncle has one in his aquarium. Displays it right in the middle of the foyer.
Ew, so gaudy.
Aw, I want a mermaid. I like mermaids. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's go to the library. Maybe we can find something to do there. Oh, there's my sister. Sister!
You sure you want me to do this?
It's genius. Do it.
Okay. Thane Verashkov memorizes intermediate potions front to back until I say otherwise.
Ugh. Oh, did she use that rune?
The room spun as you hear Fia's compulsion again. This time, however, it affected you less, probably since she crafted her order to be specific to Thane.
Oh, yeah.
Aww. Glancing at Thane, you could see him with his head down, nose deep in his book. You tried calling out to him, but he paid you no mind, fully entranced.
That's a good idea.
You used Furla on him?
He asked me to. Don't worry, I'll only leave him like this for 3 hours, then I'll get him to stop.
And he won't disobey your orders? At all?
Nope. As much as I hate to admit it, Quill's suggestion to engrave the rune on the back of my throat worked. It's a lot stronger now, but I admit it does put a lot of strain on my body. I'm trying to find a way to alleviate that. Can you help me, Palmier? I need a hand reaching some books in the back.
Of course, my little sister.
This could be a nice chance to learn about Fia, and also ask her about what I've learned in this world. Or I can stay here and mess with Thane a bit.
No, I want to talk to my sister. Sure, what do you need? Over here.
Besides, Thane's busy.
See that book way up there? The thick green one, with a musical note on it. Can you grab it for me, please?
My cute sister! You grabbed the book Fia wanted. After that, she started handing you a pile of books, stacking them one by one in your arms. As she did so, you thought this was a good moment to ask her questions about this world.
By the way, Fia?
Alright, let's start at the top. About the rewrite rune. Remind my memory of why I erase people's memories.
About my rewrite rune, what do you think about it, Fia? Honestly, it creeps me out. You basically have the power to rewrite someone's entire existence.
Or I guess we could convince that girl that, from before that she was never rich to begin with.
I know you said it's no different from fearless compulsion, but I disagree. Fearla puts the target under hypnosis, but they retain their memories, their personality. You, on the other hand, made a rune that lets you screw around as you wish, molding them to whatever you need them to be.
Have I used this on one of my friends?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're trying to start a cult. Oh, and I still don't approve of what you did to Henry and Lizzo. I know you used the rewrite rune on Henry so he wouldn't kill himself after his girlfriend died.
Aw.
But did you have to use our cousin as her replacement? Poor desperate Lizzo actually thought she was loved and married the guy. Ooh. I still don't know how to react when I meet them.
Well, that was a lot to process. I wonder if Palmier had a diary or something so I could learn about this rewrite rune stuff. I wonder if I'm ever going to have to use that myself.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and also, what about the Inkwell family drama?
Oh, about Penna trying to take over Quill's right as the Raven's heir? Yeah, I'm bored with it too. It's all those nosy nobles talk about. I'd rather have Penna be the heir, though. Quill's too much of a fluffing pansy for that.
I don't know, he's very good at betraying my friendship.
I know Mum wants Penna to be their heir, too, since he sent you a letter of courtship.
Wait, he did?
Oh. Uh-huh. I know you didn't notice since you got like a dozen of such letters every day, but Mum still kept his letter. It's your life, but honestly, I'd rather die than be related to the Inkwells. I'm not sharing any legal family ties with Quill. No fluffing way.
Watch your profanity.
I see.
Why do you hate Quill so much? Fia stared at you in disbelief.
Hate is such a strong word. Let me tell you how I've come to hate him. Not strong enough. I despise Quill. Wait, no, I utterly, completely loathe him.
Do you need to be so dramatic about it? Why so much animosity?
He's the one who keeps starting fights. Knowing him, he just likes to see me squirm.
Well, boy, howdy, sis, do I got a secret for you.
If he was all cute and shy, like back when he was still a sickly kid, he wouldn't be half bad. But now he grew up all fabulous and snooty, no different from those other nobles we despise so much.
Fair enough. By the way, what is this jellyfish season?
Oh yeah, jellyfish season starts next week, right? I can't wait. I already got my dress ready and everything.
Your dress?
You know, for the jellyfish festival in town. I'll be dancing with Quill again, of course. Time for revenge. What about you? Going with anyone?
Maybe Thane.
The vamp? Well, I don't think Mum would approve, but it's your funeral.
I see. Can't ask about the blood moon. Once you finish helping Fia with her books, Fia continued tutoring Thane, and you decided to explore the campus again.
Oh.
Ah! Melody? Is that the girl who got her face clawed off?
Those fluffing a-holes.
Whoa, calm down, Melody. Calm down? Calm down? They're dating each other, Shura. I mean, girl, you were doing the same. Seriously, what are you angry for? I wanted them to fight over me, not end up falling in love with each other. How can Ymir and Sergen do this to me? Really, Biscuit? You just got played by your own game. Save some face and admit defeat already. No way! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make some boner be gone and pour it in their drinks. Let's see how long romance lasts when sex is off the table.
That will not destroy the love. Uh-oh. What quest is that? Am I supposed to warn them? Oh wait, do I give that to her? Okay. Oh yeah, Leol.
Leol.
Oh, Palmier. What brings you here? Fishing?
Has the fishing minigame gotten any easier?
Yeah, I have some fish to catch. A student needs my help getting 2 clownfishes.
Oh yeah, the quest that I didn't want to do.
Oh, you're helping a student out? That's kind of you.
Don't look so surprised.
Sorry, but most students here don't exactly lend a helping hand. Are you good at fishing?
I'm alright, though catching a clownfish takes a bit of luck than skill.
I couldn't catch any fish.
That's true. Do you want me to help?
Huh? I mean, sure. What are you, a fish whisperer or something?
Something like that.
Oh! I got flashbanged by his pecs again.
Huh? Wait, why are you taking off your shirt?
Are you going to entice the fishes?
I don't like fishing with a rod.
Oh.
And with that, Leol jumped headfirst into the water. His splashes hit your pants, drenching your shoes.
What the?
Minutes passed and Leol popped out of the water with 2 wriggling clownfishes in his hands. Thank you!
Here.
He changed back into his shirt after dropping 2 clownfishes into your hands. Thanks? Did you just dive and catch them by hand?
They were already of old age. They said they don't mind being taken above land.
You speak fish?
A little bit.
You're a little mermaid.
Touch his chest. Stop being so disrespectful. You're a little mermaid.
I don't know about little. Also, I think the real mermaids below us will be offended by that.
There's mermaids? Can I see them?
There are mermaids down there?
1 or 2. I saw them swim past. Don't worry, mermaids won't attack unless provoked.
You seem to know these waters well.
I like it here. There's something familiar about these waters, like an old friend or a grandma.
Do they mean the lady with the skeleton snake we met?
A grandma?
That sounded weird, huh? What I meant is these waters feel like home, if that makes sense.
Not really, but I guess it's nice that you found a place that feels like home. Well, anyway, thank you for the clownfish, Leol. I'm sure Martin will appreciate it. Now I don't have to use any bait.
Sure, maybe we can fish together sometime.
Naked? No, don't. I'd like that.
I'd like that, preferably without getting wet, though.
Sorry. We'll use rods next time.
Deal. Later, Leol.
See you.
Oh.
Alright, how do I... Since I can finish quests...
Neat.
Wunderbar! Hehe. Cool lady. You caught Hedwyn mumbling as she sat in prayer. The sins of our fathers and fathers before, may Kor forgive them all in the tomb of gods.
Wait, repeat that line again?
Oh, Palmier, what can I assist you with today? That prayer just now, the tomb of gods? Oh yes, long ago there was a place where all gods were born from, or should I say, a place where all non-malevolent witches gathered. You see, gods in our history were mostly witches, a fact that most historians would try to erase. I know the truth, however, no matter how much Mr. Kepler tries to argue otherwise. Do you know where it is?
The tomb? No, afraid not. And even if I did, I doubt I could say. Scholars say that anyone who found its whereabouts would be enchanted to keep their silence. Are you saying you do know where it is, but you can't say? No, my dear, but I am saying you'll be wasting your time trying to find it. Believe it or not, I lost a couple of students in search of this same tomb. Some would call it Kor's chamber. They were devout worshippers, curious, like you. Most had minds more troubled than others, and thought Kor could heal them, banishing their inner demons. Many was certain that her domain lies right under the school. I vouch that there's nothing in our basement, just more wood, bricks, and concrete. If you say so. Thank you, Miss Hedwin. If you'd like to know more, I have a sermon about Kor in an hour or so. I'm good, Miss Hedwin. Thanks. Please don't be suspicious of me. Did you know that Kor herself founded this school, and her dwelling is somewhere underneath the lake? I wish I could see it.
Is that a clue? What are you bozos doing? If you have questions about tombs and secret passages under the campus, just ask Hedwin. That's oddly convenient. She's kinda cuckoo, but she knows a lot of things even Kepler doesn't. Although, you'll have to take her answers with a grain of salt, as some are just pure madness. Palmier, just the a-hole I wanted to see. Hey, my a-hole days are behind me. Have you heard? My parents are broke. And my dad, bless him, decided to ship me off to Vortec and sell my body by the gallons to those blood-sucking mosquitoes in Vortec. Ooh. Well, to heck with that, I say. If those blood knights are after me, then I'm not going without a fight. Oh, are you the one who did it? But I do need your help. Potion brewing isn't really my strong point. I have the materials. Well, the important one at least. A fire gem. But I'm sure you and your connections can find the rest of the things I need. We? Oh, come on, Palmier. We used to be such good friends before you became such a control freak. I really don't want to be shipped off to be a blood bag for the rest of my life. Please. Wait, first off, why are you broke? What happened? I think my dad got into a cult. Do you know Maisna's House of Desires? Apparently he's been throwing all of our family money their way. Maisna? My dad says it's a charity, but it all seems sus to me. I'll help you out, but maybe postpone the fire, yeah? I might be able to help you before you burn the whole school ablaze. Fine, but make me one anyway. I won't burn the whole school, I swear. Just the bridge. Probably. Just send the potion through your phone. I don't want your hands to burn while you deliver it to me. Wait, what am I making? What am I making? Let there be fire! Oh, Genevieve? Fire starter? What are the ingredients to that? Alright. I read that witches used to be benevolent towards humans. My grandpa says the only reason we hunt witches now is because of one particular witch named Seth. Apparently, the guy liked to experiment on humans and steal people's wives and kids. Oh, that'll do it. That'll turn the town against you. You're not gonna elaborate? This is Kor's diary. I saw Seth experimenting with humans again today. Hades told me to leave it be. It's his right as a god, he says. What god? What kind of god will torture their worshippers so? A test of faith? How unjust. If I ever become a god, then I will make sure to bless and protect my people. Not playing with them as if they were mere dolls. If anyone deserves to be a god, it's... The name was scratched out, but you could still read the rest of it. Strange and suspicious. Is a fine young boy, loved, beautiful, ethereal. I pray he will forever be loved and protected by the humans, the same way he protects them. Such a sweet boy. May you never change.
Did you know that there is supposedly a secret dungeon under the lake? They say to enter, you need only the light of a tortured soul. Wonder what that means. Hey, Palmier, do you still remember the password for my phone journal?
Huh? Why would I know your password?
Well, because we swapped journals for our literature assignment, remember?
Wait, so you know the password to my diary?
I know the main one. It's licorice. But I don't know the password for each of your diary entries. Anyway, how about mine? Do you still remember mine?
Try password?
Nah, there's no way. Oh, it's right. Thanks, Palmier.
Now that I have the password to my diary, I should go and read it in my room.
Yeah. Alright, let's end the day and do what we're supposed to be doing. Anyone in this dark corridor?
Oh, hey, Leol. What's going on?
Nothing. Just can't sleep.
Hang out with Leol? Sure.
What you got going on, Leol?
Oh, in that case, you want to hang out for a bit?
Oh, sure.
Oh. I made a cake.
Did you bake this? Wow, you're so talented, Palmier.
Yee.
He probably doesn't want to be touched. So, what's up, sweetheart? Oh, have you had weird dreams? Oh, do you believe in alternate universes too, Palmier? My brother used to say he had dreams of us all living happily together.
Aww.
Heads intact, bellies warm with food our mothers cooked. It's nice to imagine that such a reality exists.
Oh, he's happy.
What's your mom like? Aw. I'm afraid I don't have many memories of my mother. I know she was beautiful, though, and Yilf said she was from the eastern part of the world. But other than that, well, I guess I'd have to ask Ivar. And we're not going to be doing that.
Wonderful date. Gain 10 love points with Leol. Yay!
You spent some time tossing and turning in your bed before finally getting some sleep. Wait, did I read my book?
Ooh. Ooh. Hello? Ivar?
Ooh, I guess that's Yilf. Instead of Ivar, you saw one of his servants bowing to you, a red rose bouquet.
This is one of Leol's brothers, right?
Wonder if it's safe to hold a conversation with him without Ivar knowing.
Are you Yilf?
The rose vigorously nodded his head.
Aww.
He clasps his hands around yours as if waiting for you to continue.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
My name's Palmier. I'm your brother's roommate. Does Leol Keithton ring any bells? The rose nodded again. However, this time his petals were wet with dew.
Aww.
He then pulled out a folded letter from his pocket and shoved it into your hand. You pocketed it as you saw who it was addressed to, the survivors, guessing he meant his brother Leol. More tea, please.
Ew.
Got Yilf's letter. Don't worry, Yilf. I'll get this to your brother. Yilf tilted his head at you, telling you to go to Ivar as he ran away, probably to fetch some tea. As you put the letter safe inside your jacket, you heard Ivar calling again from the nearby garden shed.
Better keep Yilf's letter a secret from Ivar.
You again. What do you want?
You don't sound happy to see me.
I don't care for visitors who bother my tea time, no matter how pretty they are.
I found the letter I needed, Maisna's letter.
I did?
I'm hoping you can tell me more about her weaknesses, her strength.
Humans are always such a greedy lot. Just because I've pointed you the way doesn't mean I'll help you slaughter my kin. I've only sent you her way in hopes you'd die. There's probably easier ways to kill me than putting me on a huge quest. Maisna was always a temperamental one. She should end you quickly.
I thought you said you didn't get along with other witches.
I said we couldn't cooperate. I never claimed that I hated them.
Our separation was an amicable one. One cannot play God when there are many. Yeah, I guess. We could never agree on anything. If you came here seeking guidance, then you've wasted both of our times.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. I got to see your pretty face.
Leave now, unless you want to stay in a more permanent fashion. Perhaps your head will blossom into a beautiful yellow peony.
Ivar's hand twitched as a rose bloomed in his hand.
Thanks, but no thanks. I kind of like having my head intact.
So, how do I leave?
Death in a dream is the fastest choice. I will enjoy this.
Hey! What?
Ivar threw the rose at your eye, its stem piercing you blind. Why you gotta mess with my eyes? Quit it! You screamed in pain as Ivar's chuckle rang through your ear.
That was unnecessary, you big handsome jerk.
Fluff, my eye!
Quit it! You checked in the mirror, and you were relieved when you found out your eye was just fine. Looking at your phone, you realized it was still midnight. You tried to get back to sleep, drawing your dream rune this time to ensure no visitors would come uninvited. Ah! As you finished showering, you heard a loud knock on your door. Who is it? Hey, buddy. Arsham?
Would you like to go out with me today?
What?
The gates to Gomorrah have been opened. I would like it if you'd consider spending the day with me. On a date.
Aw. Oh, all right. I'll be nice to you. Sure. Look at him in his casual wear.
I'm glad.
Arsham smiled, and then glanced around the room. He took notice of Leol studying on his bed.
Leol, although your diligence is commendable, you should take some time off for yourself. Oh, Mr. Arsham. Hi. Hello. How's your week so far? Remember, if anyone tries anything funny with you, you can always come to me. When it comes to discipline, I find torture a far more effective tactic than reporting to a teacher. Haha, funny, Mr. Arsham.
Oh, I don't think that was a joke, Leol.
What's your deal, Arsham?
So, where are you taking me? 'Cause my budget is kinda tight this week.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you, dearest. You will want for nothing.
Aw, stop trying to win my heart, Arsham.
Arsham led you to Gomorrah and into a swanky pub. The whole building smelled of coffee and various sweets.
Pretty. Can I just say that the whole art style of all the characters in this game are so pretty? Even the background characters are so pretty.
Welcome to a Merry Night pub. I'm Merry Night. How can I be of service? Oh, Arsham, good to see you again.
Good morning, Mary. Table for two, please.
Right this way.
Fancy!
Mary ushered you to your table and handed you the menu.
I feel underdressed.
You noticed she had a service trolley behind her, filled with various desserts and drinks. Tea? Coffee?
Tea.
Same. Tea, please. As the waitress poured you some tea, she leaned in and whispered, "The mayor's sleeping with his secretary. Miss Abby got knocked up by the pool boy. Winch Hunter gave and punched a 2-year-old.
What?
Oh, I didn't mean that kind of tea, but please continue.
It's a service they do here.
Can't sip some piping hot tea before spilling the tea. Anything else I can get you, hon?
The full Ignia breakfast. Extra cherries, please.
And for you, hon?
Ooh. Something expensive? Something average? Well, I'm only just now liking you, so something fancy.
A noble's bounty, please. Ooh, feeling fancy today? You got it, hon.
Pampering yourself, are you?
I'm worth it. You said I can order whatever I want.
Oh, don't get me wrong, dearest. I'm happy for your change in appetite. You weren't eating well last semester. I'm glad to see that has turned around.
So, you and Mary seem close.
Is that jealousy I hear? Don't worry. Mary's married, and the only reason she remembers me is because we both have the same heritage. Although, I admit, I do enjoy it here. They just opened during summer break. With you off to Quill's last summer, I find myself spending most of my time here.
You didn't go home?
My parents went on their baby moon.
Baby moon?
I'd rather stay in an empty dorm than an empty mansion. Besides, Kepler kept me company. It's not like he can go back to Sevied at this time of year.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's part fairy, and Kepler's also a fairy. You're going to be a big brother?
Dreadful, isn't it? I don't know why Mother thought it would be a good idea to have another demon spawn.
His tongue was sharp, but he smiled fondly as he talked. He was looking forward to this.
Are you going to be a good older brother, or are you going to force him to do menial labor?
With your age difference, people might think it's your baby.
Don't remind me.
Excuse me, here's your order.
Now I am hungry.
Your plate came before Arsham's did. You intended to wait for his order to come before you eat, but
it seems like your stomach had other things planned instead.
It's okay. You can go right ahead.
You gave a thankful nod as you started digging at your meal. It tasted as good as it looked, but to be honest, you didn't wait for his food to come just for common courtesy. It was so you wouldn't have to eat with his love-struck eyes staring at you like that.
Oh no!
Can you stop that, please?
Stop what?
Staring at me.
I'm simply enjoying the view. Besides, I always stare at you.
I've noticed. Look, can't I eat in peace? You're making me nervous.
Oh? Are you nervous because you find it uncomfortable, or because you're suddenly aware of how much you like it?
Oh, this smooth-talking little...
Alright, it is a bit uncomfortable. I know I was going to be nice, but I gotta be honest. It's uncomfortable, dude.
I see. Well, we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Arsham pulled out his phone and started to text someone, averting all his focus to his phone. Who are you texting?
Ajax's father. My little letter seems to have borne fruit. He offered me an internship in the ministry right after I graduate.
Did you earn it?
I'm more than qualified for the job, though I did hear they had to fire someone else to lend me the slot. Oh well.
So you didn't earn it.
The one they fired was Kip Tigsby, that snooty, silver-spooned castry boy who could barely dress himself in the morning without the help of his plentiful siren slaves. I think I earn it more than he does, don't you think, dear?
I'm not your dear. And I honestly don't know anything about the guy you just said, so I'm shutting up now. As you continued eating your meal, Arsham's dish arrived.
Oh no, he got the extra strawberries to give to me.
You eyed the plethora of cherries on his pancake. Noticing your gaze, he offered you a bite, clearly hoping you'd take it.
Don't worry, I deliberately ordered extra cherries for this. I know how fond you are of them.
I will eat it. Me personally, I don't like cherries, but Palmier deserves to be treated.
You ate the cherry whole. As if on autopilot, you tied the stem into a double knot with your tongue, a habit you picked up ever since learning how to do it in high school.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all that.
Careful now, Palmier. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're flirting with me.
I'm not. It's just a habit of mine.
I know. A much more tolerable one, besides drinking or smoking at least.
Before you could finish your meal, Mary came back, this time with a small plate of honey pops in her hands.
Ooh, I want to try honey pops.
Honey pops? But I didn't order any.
I know. It's on the house. It's your birthday, isn't it? I saw the date on your membership card.
Birthday!
Happy 21st birthday. Excuse me, waiter. Oh, duty calls. Wait, it's your birthday?
Don't worry. I knew you'd forget. You barely remembered your own birthday last month.
My birthday was in April?
Case in point.
So, a doppelganger doesn't mean an exact copy. Different worlds, different birthdays, probably different personalities.
Are you saying they're not a Cancer?
Interesting. Wait, that's not what I should be focusing on right now. It's your birthday, but you're treating me?
Your mere presence is the best gift I could hope for, Palmier.
Smooth.
None of Quill's or Thane's gifts can compare.
Don't say that. Now you're making me feel even worse. You knew you were not the actual Palmier, but now was not the best time to just blurt that out, was it? Still, is there anything you want me to do?
You could marry me.
Besides that?
It was a joke.
It was not a joke.
For now.
It was not a joke!
But if you insist, well, I would like to get your permission for growing out my hair.
What?
Him with long hair?
Oh my gosh.
Do you not like your hair?
I like it. You're the one who chose this haircut, so of course I like it, but...
So you like it because I like it and not because you like it?
Come on, buddy.
I'm happy making you happy.
Next thing, I'm gonna tell you to hop on one leg and bark like a dog.
Bark like a dog.
A big dog.
That's not what I asked, though.
Well, honestly, I do find it a bit cumbersome to maintain sometimes.
You thought about this, but you were hoping you were wrong. Aram seemed almost like a golden retriever. Aww. Not in his demeanor, but in his loyalty. Sure, the loyal, I will obey your every command boyfriend sounded cute. But strip all the niceties, wouldn't that make him merely a slave? You don't have to gain permission to do what you like, and if you hate your current hairstyle, change it. Fluff what I think.
I've never thought of this before. Thinking for myself?
Oh, sorry. Is that too much? Crap, did I break out of character?
No. It's just Thank you. I needed to hear that, I think. You've changed, Palmier, in a good way.
I was just thinking, it's gonna be so sad when mission complete and the old Palmier comes back and everyone's gonna be like, what happened to you again?
To your surprise, Aram really didn't ask you for anything else. After your meal, he simply kissed you on the hand and said his goodbyes.
Oh, he's learning boundaries.
His bond to you confused you a bit. He definitely has flaws, but you could tell he truly loved Palmier. Hopelessly so.
Oh, okay. Original Palmier, you can marry one boy, and then I will marry whoever you don't want to marry. That way everyone gets a Palmier. Almost everyone gets a Palmier. Also, shouldn't magic that sends you to another dimension to find your alternate self be really dangerous?
As you parted ways and wandered through the city streets alone, you couldn't help but wonder if your counterpart felt the same. Or was just using Aram's loyalty for their own good.
Oh, we're out and about now?
Ooh.
We don't want to go to the campus yet. What's at the florist?
Ooh.
Hello, Cove.
Hi there. Name's Cove. Need some flowers? We do bouquets and singagram deliveries too.
As you looked around the room, you saw Thane watering some of the roses.
Aww.
Thane?
Oh, hey, Palmier.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? You know I work here on the weekends.
Oh, right, I totally knew that. I'm totally not the doppelganger of your best friend or anything.
So, need any flowers?
No, but I need you. Do I? That seems rude. That seems far too rude. I'm gonna say it. No, but I need you.
Me?
Yeah, wanna hang?
I do. Can I cove? Today? I kinda have a big order coming up. Oh, okay. Well, too bad. Maybe next time, Palmier.
That's fine. That's fine, buddy. Ooh, what's at the bookstore? Pretty! Welcome. Oh, you're a new face. Are you a student? I'm Nina. My dad retired last summer, so now I'll be taking care of the shop for him.
Oh, has the other Palmier not even been to a bookshop?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Is something wrong? Oh, no, sorry about that. I just noticed that you have the same perfume as Cove.
Cove? You know, the guy I just met like a few seconds ago.
The florist down the street. He's a very sweet werewolf.
Oh.
I wouldn't even notice he was one if not for his fanged teeth. I know this is sudden, but would you mind terribly if I ask you to send this letter to him?
A love letter?
Yes. I really would appreciate it if you gave that to him by hand. But if you're too busy, you can send the letter by phone if you'd like. But could you please still go to his store and ask for his reply anyway? It's ironic, but I'm actually allergic to flowers. I don't think I can go into his shop without going into a sneezing fit.
Aww, of course.
All right.
You should get this to Cove ASAP, but I want to look around first. Oh, all right. Yo, Cove!
Actually, I'm the one who has a delivery for you.
Huh?
Here.
A love letter from Nina Foster, the bookstore owner's daughter?
Actually, she's the one looking after it now.
Oh, that's very sweet, but I don't think she's the one for me. If she was my mate, then I would have picked up on her scent. This letter of hers smells bland, sour almost.
Aw.
I don't think we'd be a good match.
Aw.
But I still appreciate the gesture. Maybe I should let her down gently. With a flower bouquet, maybe.
Actually, she's allergic to flowers.
Oh, I see. Then maybe a cake. I'm not good at cakes, though. Maybe I can ask Poppy to make one, but she's busy.
Poppy?
My eldest sister, Poppy Edna. Do you know her?
Oh, yeah. She's my potions professor.
Oh, right. You must be one of her students. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? Can you bake the cake for me?
You don't even know if I cook.
You smell of cookies, jam, and freshly baked bread. You cook. And even if you didn't, I'd very much trust the skills of a total stranger than my own.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's get that done quickly then.
Hey, Cove.
Oh, hi. Do you have that cake?
Here.
Oh, thanks a bunch. I'll be sure to deliver it myself and have a nice talk with her. I'm sure we can be friends. Thanks, mate.
Aww.
Nina, what do you think of this predicament?
Anything I can do for you?
What can I do with books? Living Dead recipe? How much money do I have? Truth tonic recipe? That seems like it would be useful. Anything you need?
About Cove's reply, I didn't really like it. You learn potions in that witch hunting school, right? Could you make me a love potion, one strong enough so Cove will like me?
No. Sorry. We don't do that here. You can't force love. Sorry.
Agree to disagree.
Unless she offered me a lot of gold.
I am now a child of light.
Your earthly money has no power here.
$20,000.
Really?
Bye.
Let's see. Cafe? Have we gone to the cafe? Aw, Quill. I know that's his casual wear, but he looks so disheveled and sad. You saw Quill writing notes alone in the corner.
Hey.
Oh, it's you.
What are you doing?
Strategizing for tomorrow. I'm making a list of runes I need to draw and then some.
exit strategies, list of distractions, and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, is it tomorrow? We got this big ol' heist.
Seems complicated.
We're going to a pure-blood witch's domain. Of course it's complicated. But with a bit of luck and skill, we should be able to escape her domain in one piece.
Need a break, buddy.
Are you asking me on a date?
Yeah, since you don't get any.
I'm asking you to hang out, but if you want to consider it that, sure. There is somewhere I want to go. We have to wait until nightfall, though.
Fine by me.
Okay, then.
Oh, wow.
Nice view, right?
Quill quirked an eyebrow at you. Look at the stars. Look at him. Look at the stars and him. Both. Both is good.
Yep, it's breathtaking. You and the view.
Such a dull and safe answer, but I'll take it.
Shut up, you. You put me through heck.
So, is this your go-to dating spot?
Not exactly. If you must know, you're my first date ever, actually.
Oh, not anyone? I'm sure you could get someone, Quill.
Wow, really?
Don't look at me like that. Between studying and witch hunting, I had very little time to myself, let alone for romance.
Well, that's true. Still, stargazing was a good idea. The stars are especially bright here, unlike in my world.
Actually, that's not the main portion of our date. There's something I'm waiting for. Just not sure how long it will take. Oh, wait, there it is.
Ooh! Is that a Pokemon?
Out in the distance, you could hear what seemed like horse hooves running through the lake.
Wait, lake? Elsa? Elsa, is that you and your sick horse?
Looking out to the water, you could see a pale green horse galloping across the water. Its flowy green mane shone under the moonlight.
Whoa, is that a horse?
Kelpie.
Oh!
Kelpie?
You don't know what a Kelpie is.
He's a wind spirit. You saw that fire spirit from when Aram casts his fire rune, right? Well, this one is a wind spirit. It's rare to see them roaming in the wild. Their visages would sometimes appear when we cast certain elemental runes. But they simply don't compare to the real thing.
Oh.
This place is one of the very few spots you can still see elemental spirits around. No one really knows why.
You seem to know a lot about them.
I do. To be honest, I wanted to study them more and become a zoologist instead of a witch hunter. But of course, the family wouldn't let me.
The family? You make it sound like you're part of the mob or something.
Oh, believe me, sometimes it truly does feel that way. And poor fragile little me has to take over that family one day.
Fragile my buns! I saw you beat the crap out of the other Palmier.
Only because Palmier was worn out, and I had a ton of runes hidden under my sleeve. Physically, I'm a delicate little flower. Back when I was younger, I even had to get booster shots every month just to get out of bed.
Aww. Wait, really?
Yep. Whenever I was bedridden, Palmy would come and keep me company. Palmier would tell me the usual school gossip, and in return I would talk her ear off about elemental spirits and the like. When jellyfish season came around, the three of us would try to catch them as they flew out of the water.
The three of you?
Palmier, Fia, and I, although I guess it's more appropriate to say that Fia and I tried to catch them. Palmier would just start shooting them with fire runes.
Some friend you've got there.
Palmier has her issues, but I assure you, you will never find a more loyal friend. Once she cares about you, she'll protect you with her life. I just hope I'm not too late to... You could see Quill clamming up, looking down at his feet with tears welling up in his eyes.
Aww, I feel slightly bad about you and your lack of biscuits. Distract? Why can I not distract him? Alright, bring it in, Quill. You're getting a hug. Who told you that you can hug me? I did.
Oh, Lord Quill, may I please hug you so you won't burst into tears and break my heart?
I won't cry. Besides, who hugs someone they once thought was trying to murder them?
Me! Well, my Fia always said I forgive people too easily. Besides, you look like you needed it. Hey, it's okay. She'll wake up. I know she will. After all, you are the great Quill Inkwell, aren't you?
Of course. Miracles are what I do.
Oh. Quill seemed to appreciate you comforting him, smiling as he walked you back to your room. Oh.
Oh, it's over? No. Oh, yeah. Aw. I hope I did everything that I could. Let's check the diary.
Before entering the room, you decided to scroll around your phone and tried to crack your doppelganger's diary. It asked for a password. It's licorice. You entered licorice, and the folder opened up instantly, revealing 3 journal logs. Each required another password to read. Dang it! You decided to try and read the earliest journal entry first. The password reminder was Maisna's nickname for you, no spaces. I should search around for the password first. I'm sure there's a clue somewhere. Maisna's nickname. With more questions than answers, you decided to rest for the day. You spent some time tossing and turning in your bed before finally getting some sleep. Today was the big day. You decided to prepare yourself with Quill, waiting until sundown. Tonight's the night. As promised, you rendezvoused in Arsham's room and prepared yourself to face the Witch of Greed in her own domain.
We gonna die, y'all.
We gonna die, y'all.
Quill was noticeably tense, trying his best to keep his act together.
He's thinking it too. We gonna die, y'all.
Arsham seemed to notice the difference in his demeanor, but didn't question him further.
Everyone ready?
Yep, quite a ton of runes to draw up front. I know it's per the poster's request, but
maybe they prefer us to be safe than sorry.
I guess, but the way it's just a quick in and out, right?
I guess. By the way, it's just a quick in and out, right?
Hope we can finish this up quick. I haven't done my runic graphology homework yet.
Why didn't you finish that up earlier?
I tried, but somehow the hours just flew by.
You watched Faded Blood and forgot, didn't you?
Shh, not in front of Quill.
I'm right here. Also, you watched Faded Blood without me? How could you?
I'm sorry, but it was really good. Bella bit Jacob and...
We can discuss soap opera later. Focus on the mission. A quick in and out, scoping the area. Right, Quill?
Yeah, Quill.
Right, that's it. Good. Now, Palmier, care to do the honors?
Sure. With your doppelganger's lighter, you burnt Maisna's invitation letter. The flames spread rapidly and started to engulf you whole.
I feel like there's a better way to get there than doing that.
What the fluff?
You waited for any hint of pain, but it never came. Instead, you saw the flames turning black, pulling you into your own shadow.
Cool.
What? Where are we?
Cute.
Welcome to Maisna's House of Desires.
A cheerful but eerie-looking waitress greeted you by the door. Her eyes seemed to be bleeding profusely.
Yes, sweetheart, you've got some... Your mascara's running, and by mascara I mean blood.
Show me your ticket, and fingers, please.
Fingers?
A precaution. Can't have any runes on you now. Whoops, I can feel that ink there. That's gotta go. Girls, I need some help, please.
Are they gonna scrub us?
4 other blind waitresses came out and inspected each one of us. The waitress poured water onto your hands, washing away all the rune ink.
Hey, that was expensive.
She also fondled you up to your elbows, trying to find any runes on your skin. Are they all blind? Are they all blinded? Aww.
Oh, is that a rune I feel on your forearm? Sneaky, sneaky.
Quill looked annoyed at the waitress for discovering his secret. It was surprising that the girls could find the ink so well, despite their apparent blindness.
Palmier Baker, is it? We've been expecting you. A shame your family couldn't join us.
I'm sorry, but, business first. I hope you don't mind me bringing my friends as a substitute.
Well, it was a bit unexpected, to say the least, especially the fact that you brought an inkwell with you.
Hey! The waitress turned her head towards Quill, smiling nervously as she did. How is she seeing him? Or is she sensing him by some other way?
Still, it's nothing my mistress hasn't dealt with before. Come in, come in.
Are we supposed to be in here killing her? The waitress opened the door, revealing a dark-lit corridor.
Y'all are studying an ignea, right? I can smell the scent of lily buds from the lake on you.
Goodness. You're right. Wow, you can smell that? The waitress pointed at her burnt face.
Aw. Lost one sense, gained another. It's mandatory if you want to work here.
Burning half of your face seems quite the commitment, dear. And you said yes?
The money is worth it.
$20,000.
We can pay you handsomely. $20,000.
Speaking of money, is Mr. Dietrich still teaching there?
Wait, you went to our school?
Mm-hmm. Name's Riley. I graduated about 3 years ago.
And yet you're here, working for a witch?
I know, right? I have my reasons, though. Lady Maisnes showed me the truth. Everyone in Ignea is a hypocrite. All of us benefit from witches somehow. The nobles more so than the others. Most of our guests here have made their fortune dealing with Maisna in one way or the other. It's pathetic, actually. The bakers are the exception, of course. Their dirty works are fully done by their own hands.
The evil bread that we bake.
Ha ha ha.
I don't know how to feel about that. Riley led you further into the building. You could hear people talking now, the sound of glass bottles clinking. The pungent smell of tobacco lingering in the air assaulted your nose. Ugh, I bet it smells great in there for those poor girls. The place was bustling with guests, all eyeing the empty stage, as if waiting for God or Kor to descend and reveal themselves to everyone. Riley led you up to your own private booth in the corner of the room. It was the perfect position for you to scope out the entire area.
Anyway, here's your booth and the drink menu. Holler if you need anything. If you want to leave, just put the ripped ticket back together again. Enjoy.
Oh. Riley let you be as you observed the situation outside. Looking around, you could see other guests anxiously fidgeting in their seats. They all looked quite interesting. Some were what you expect. Black ties, women with fancy strings of pearls and designer bags. But looking closer, you noticed that most of those women's manicures looked chipped and dated, while most of the men had gaunt cheeks, disheveled hair, and wild, crazed looks in their eyes. Luckily, you are not the only one noticing this. Something's not right. Yeah, there's no blood on the menu. No, Thane, I meant the guests. I know some of these elites. Master Lindahl, Lady Hampswitch. Quill, aren't those nobles filing for bankruptcy? Yep, and they're not the only ones. I recognize old Sybil there.
Heard that one recently tried to sell off his youngest son to the Heth vampires.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole money cult thing. Wait, you mean as a blood bag? Why would they do that? That's the thing. Rumor was he found a young mistress who was sucking his wallet dry. But I guess now we know the real reason. As you gossiped, the lights dimmed, and a gust of wind blew the doors open. The wind pooled around a single spot, forming an eerie black smoke.
Pretty! She's like Jessica Rabbit, but blue!
And from it emerged a glamorous figure who you could only guess was the person you were looking for.
Pretty! Do we really have to kill her?
Masna.
Welcome, my dear esteemed guests, to the greatest show on earth.
The crowd went wild with her arrival, some getting their wallets out and throwing gold coins right onto the stage. Ooh.
Cool. Pretty.
The staff members seemed used to this, all running around methodically as they caught the gold before any could land on the star on stage.
Just someone accidentally beams her with a gold coin.
That explains the bankruptcy. Her powers must prey on the mind, then. Well, that makes things a tad more difficult. Crap, we didn't take any potions and we have no runes on us. Just try to keep your head clear. Focus on something else.
Aram focused his eyes on you. Stop.
Yeah, not really an excuse to ogle Palmier, but you do you, Aram. Naked grandmas. Think of naked grandmas.
But she's so pretty.
As the boys got caught up in their own anxieties, you slowly turned your focus back on Masna. Instruments in the back started to play on their own, and Masna began to sing her own haunting lullaby. The more she sang, the more entranced the guests became. Quill and Thane were no different, quickly developing lovelorn gaze in their eyes.
Aw, Arsham's the only unaffected one.
I'm going to get a closer look. For research. Right, me too.
Wait, Thane? Quill? Take off your shirt, Palmier, that should do something. Actually, no, Aram would probably just burn everyone else with eyes.
Before you could follow your friends, Aram tugged on your hand. Don't be reckless. Taking action now will do more harm than good. At least wait until this song is done.
I guess you're right. Wait, how come you're not affected?
Neither are you.
Ah, that's right. I do find her voice alluring, but it's nothing special. Maybe it's because I'm from another world. I'm not sure why, though. Her voice is nice, but that's all.
I agree. To be honest, I find your singing more enchanting.
What?
You used to sing me to sleep sometimes, remember? Yes, it was often off-key, and you had a habit of changing the melodies to suit your mood, but it was a side of you only I knew. Quill doesn't even know you sing. Our little secret. And I loved it.
Aram? Now is like the worst time to do this. Aw, you deserve better.
You seem to have your life sorted out. I think you deserve someone better than a recovering drunk.
You're the one who gave a woman of the night's sun a chance. You may have lost your way, but we can always find our way back.
Aww.
I was a rightful bastard of a child before you came along. I only got my life sorted out because of you. My studies, my behavior, even my interests in the ministry. It's all because of you.
Huh?
You're the one who said you wanted to become a minister's soul bond. That's why I've been working so hard. My academic records, my schemes, the facade I put in place, they're all to secure our place later in life.
Oh, dang it. I was going after Thane, then I was feeling sorry for Quill, and I completely disregarded Arsham in the beginning, but now he's shooting to the top as my favorite. He deserves better.
Every choice, every step I take, it was for you.
If this was a Wattpad fanfic, I would say that's romantic, but making all of your decisions for the sake of one person? You're obsessed with me.
And you only notice that now? Before you could continue, a wild roar of applause cut you off short. You looked at Thane and Quill as they screamed praises at the witch.
I love you! I love you, Maisna! Hey guys, I'm feeling jealous over here.
We need to get those two out of here before they completely lose their minds.
Right. Pretty! So sad that we're gonna have to kill you!
As you and Arsham ran towards Thane and Quill, another looming figure approached them. Apparently, Maisna saw you and Arsham acting differently from all the other guests, and decided to cut her performance short.
You're flirting with each other and not me.
Enjoying the show, young Inkwell heir?
Definitely. I'll come again. Could you please sing again? Please, please?
Quill's voice wavered as he seemed to fall into a helpless trance, enamored by Maisna's mere presence. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'll only be singing one song tonight. However, I do occasionally perform special requests for our most devout patrons. I'm sure our barkeep will be able to show you our more sumptuous refreshments.
I'll be right back. Quill, wait up. Let me order her something too.
Fellas, please. I'm right here.
At the sign of Quill's erratic behavior, the witch seemed to relax a little, her hand loosening slightly from her mask. She then turned her mask towards you.
Oh, her eyes are in her mask. Okay. Ah, that's cool. That's neat. That's terrifying.
I've been meaning to talk to you two. From the looks of it, neither of you enjoyed the show. Arsham put on that signature fake smile of his.
I assure you, your performance was exquisite, madam. We apologize if it wasn't reflected on our faces.
Though I appreciate the flattery, I'm pretty sure your focus was elsewhere. That's right. Unlike Thane and Quill, who looked smitten with Maisna throughout the song, Arsham kept staring longingly at me instead.
Aww.
I'll admit that reaction of yours interests me. I never lost the attention of my audience before.
Jelly?
If you would let me, I'd like to do a special performance for you, one I can only give in the VIP rooms.
Get your hands off my bread and butter. Get your eyes away from my Kool-Aid, lady.
Something to make up for my last performance. I wouldn't want a customer to walk out unsatisfied. Arsham looked at me as if seeking my approval. I nodded as I wanted to see what Maisna's club was all about.
Or she wants to get him alone and he's unaffected by her thing. This would be the perfect opportunity to myrtleize her.
I'll come with you. I'm sorry, Palmier. I'm only extending my invitation to your lovely friend here. I have something else in mind for you. Riley beckoned you, waiting for you to accept her hand. You might have to wait until I finish my business with Aram, but don't worry, I'll be sure to keep you entertained. You quirked an eyebrow at Aram, asking if he was okay with that. Fortunately, he seemed to be as curious as you were, and nodded at you, telling you to play along.
I guess. I'll be fine, Palmier. It's rude to keep a lady waiting.
Right. Lead the way, Riley.
Riley's cool. I like Riley. Or maybe I just like characters with blinding bangs.
Right this way.
The waitress led you to a more secluded room near the main entrance. The sweet scent of jasmine lingered in the air.
Ooh. Would you like anything to drink while you wait?
I'd rather not. Thanks. I have to keep my guard up.
Are you sure? We have a lovely array of cocktails. Maybe I can show you the menu.
Lady, I'm really trying my best to not fall on the bandwagon here.
No thanks. Are you absolutely sure?
I'll take a look. I'm probably gonna regret that. Looking at her hands, you notice that her fingers were trembling. So is she secretly trying to help me? Her voice and face hadn't changed, still the upbeat waitress from before, but her body language.
Sure, show me what you've got.
The girl hurriedly took a menu card and shoved it onto your lap.
Moonlight Rendezvous is our specialty tonight. We also have a sampler tray.
Oh, I knew it. She slipped a note at you, and only then you understood her insistence. She hears everything.
Which would you like?
You played it cool and took the note from the girl's hands. She seems to have calmed down once you put the note in your back pocket.
Moonlight Rendezvous sounds great. Fabulous. Be back in a sec.
Riley hurriedly left the room. Uh-oh. Where's my friend Aram? What did you do with him, pretty lady? You thought about exploring the area a bit, but just as you left your seat, Masa entered the room.
Did she know I was trying to sneak around?
You sit back down, afraid the woman would comment on your behavior.
Surprised? I thought I'd swing by first.
She sat right next to your side, gently holding your hand like one would when meeting a longtime friend.
She's so pretty. It's a shame I'm gonna have to murder her.
Ah, the little baker heir, we meet again. Respond honestly? Play along? I guess play along. As much as I want to respond honestly, like, I'm not who you think I am, I'm a wild card, lol. I'll play along.
You've grown, little Drakemar Slayer.
Yes, 'cause I totally know what that means.
Do people still call you that after all these years?
Oh, if only they knew the truth, my little demon.
What truth?
What truth indeed? Did she just misinterpret my confusion as a friendly banter? Just how close were these two? Is the other Palmier actually in cahoots with her?
Also, I'm sorry for inviting your father. I know I shouldn't have contacted him, but I couldn't help myself. Time and time again, you ignored my invitation letters. I was getting desperate. I'm so happy that you finally come to indulge me. I was always so fascinated with you and that Aram boy. It was absolutely delicious seeing him stare at you so greedily like that. It was as if he wanted to consume you whole. I was almost jealous of how strong his want for you was, but I suppose this was your plan all along.
Oh, I sure hope I didn't use that one spell on Aram.
To bend a man entirely to your will, to have him loyal and want nothing but you. You groomed him well. What plans?
What plans? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Palmier, there's no need to act coy with me. I know your twisted dark heart from a long, long time ago. Lore? Black smoke emerged from Maisna's fingertips, forming a black mirror resembling a TV screen. Magic TV! On its surface, you could make out what seemed to be a lavish home and a face you hadn't seen in a long time. Aww! There was no mistaking it. What you saw before you was, well, another you, only younger, much younger. Judging from the fact that you still had your fateful nightmare buddy, in your arms, you guessed this memory came from at least a decade ago. Is that me? It was the day we met. I remember it like it was yesterday. Shouldn't you be in bed, little one?
You're a witch. What are you doing in Sharam's manor?
I work here. Lady Gerla Sharam got herself in a bind, and I was the only one that could get her out of it. For a price, of course. Favors for favors. What about you, tiny baker?
Timothy invited me over for a sleepover. He didn't tell me he snored.
Ah, Timothy, the youngest of Gerla's unruly brood. Are you too close?
I hate him. He's nothing but a spoiled brat with a silvered spoon in his mouth.
Is that so?
Did you know he got into Varud Academy? It's not fair. They only accepted him because he's a noble. If it weren't for him, I would have...
Indeed. You're a very strange child, you know that? Complaining about your childish academic rivalries in front of a witch. Aren't you afraid I might gobble you up? Most kids would be running away for their lives.
I'm nothing like most kids. You see these eyes? These eyes have seen some stuff. You said you were doing favors for favors. Can I ask for one then?
Oh?
Can you kill Timothy for me?
Jeez, Palmier! Goodness!
What? Not a boring and quick death, but a slow and agonizing one. A drowning, maybe. I heard that's one of the more painful ways to die, right?
Maisna's like, oh my goodness, this child. If I weren't so impressed, I would be appalled. Oh my, that escalated quickly. Such a big request from such a wee little child. And what do I get for all my troubles,
My soul? You witches like that, don't you?
We're not demons, little baker heir. I have no use for a soul besides some mild entertainment.
Well then, how about attention? You like that, don't you?
Oh?
If you wanted to hide, you wouldn't be dressing like that.
Like what exactly?
An attention floozy. Mum likes to call the nobles that. You dress like them. Like those tacky ladies who try to upstage my mom at her own parties. Oh, I know. Why don't we make a show out of his death? Madame Gerla would be hosting a party here next week. You can hide in the garden fountain. I'll lure the kids there, and that's when you grab a hold of me and the others. I'll struggle and save a few kids before you offer me a choice to save one boy or the other. Then I would let Timothy die. I would be proclaimed as a hero, proving I was the one who was supposed to get into Varud, not him.
Alright, it was evil enough that she said, hey, can you kill this guy? But figuring out a plan that not only makes her look like a hero and gets the kid that she wants dead. Palmier, who hurt you? Who did this to you? Maybe we should keep that other Palmier asleep.
Not to mention, Madame Gerla would blame herself for letting a witch roam in her estate. She'll be grief-stricken and torn apart with guilt. Meanwhile, your display of power would be all the guests talk about. Wouldn't that be fun? People in awe of your strength, watching that stupid biscuit crumble in her despair?
Your attention floozy comment was very rude. You know that?
Lady, I think that's the least of your worries with me.
Rude, but spot on. I do love a good show. I have to disguise myself a bit, though, as I can't have the Great Witch of Greed defeated by a mere child. Perhaps the Drakemar Witch. It's been a while since I've worn her visage.
Do what you like, as long as it gets done. Oh, and one more thing.
Even more? My, such a greedy child you are.
It won't trouble you, I swear.
Fine, out with it then.
The kid I'll spare. I want it to be the Nephis' boy, Arsham Nephis. He's part Fae with purple eyes. You can't miss him.
Any reason why you chose him?
His mom married into the family. In the nobles' eyes, he's a nobody like me, but besides that, he's brilliant, strong, diligent. He has a bit of an attitude problem, but with the right guide, he can set out to do great things. I want his loyalty, his life, his future, a blind servant who can think of only me and my needs.
You want to own him?
And he'll let me.
Wow! Pure evil! Jeez! And I thought Eris from the game Perfect Love was evil. Was this what Eris was like when she was a baby? Absolutely savage! Ugh. The smoke dissipated, and you clenched your teeth, trying your best not to let your vile disgust show. Yeah, maybe we should leave that other Palmier asleep. What was that? It was like a demon was talking. A demon with my face on them. Let's have a talk with that other me. I don't think I've ever thanked you for that show of yours. Since then, I found it was the drama, not the money that I loved. You were the inspiration of this little haven of mine, a place where the rich come to die. Silly humans, cursing one another to get ahead in life, and not even brave enough to take accountability for it. Once I or my clients have chosen a victim, they'll keep coming here until they have nothing left to give. Until they turn to bones, foregoing eating or sleeping for the mere chance to hear me sing just once more. I held myself back tonight, fearing you would be affected by my song, but you weren't even swayed. Neither you nor the man you bewitched to love you with all of his being. I truly don't believe the claims that witches were born from demons, but if they were, you surely are the devil in disguise, Palmier. Maisna looked at you expectantly, as if waiting for your approval. Stroke her hair? I mean, it is very pretty. She sighed in pure bliss. I wonder what she saw in me. I must go now. Don't worry. I only wish to examine the fruits of your labor, to see how deep his greed for you may be. Come visit me again, Palmier. You're always welcome here, free of charge. Thank you. Oh, and Maisna? Would it be suspicious if I asked for Arsham's or Thane's and Quill's safety? What would Palmier say? Protect Quill, protect Arsham? Protect Quill and Thane? Can you protect all my boys? Can you protect Quill and Thane? I'll take care of Arsham. Don't touch Quill or Thane. Of course. Her smile dissipated, and her tone shifted. When she left the room, she closed the door with a loud bang. You leave my boys alone. I pushed my luck. With that, I hurried to Quill and Thane, fearing for the worst. Boys! Oh, we can just hang around here now? What's in the dining area? You saw a couple of waitresses having a tough time dealing with a particularly rowdy customer. Please, let me meet Masna. I've given this place everything I have.
I'm sorry, Lord Fayhorn, but Masna's entertaining someone else tonight.
Who? I'll pay double. No, triple what they're paying.
You don't have the money for that, Mr. Fayhorn. Please behave, or we'll be forced to kick you out. He's got it bad, hasn't he? Poor sod.
Alright, what's anything happening at the bar?
You saw Thane at the bar, along with 2 other guests.
1 bottle of Black Abyss, please. Send it to Masna with my regards.
I'm sorry, miss, but your card is declined. Uh-oh.
What? Oh, how much is it again?
100,000 gold.
Right. I don't have enough money on me right now, but maybe...
I can help you with that if you'd like.
Excuse me?
Your blood smells exquisite. I've been eyeing you all night.
Oh no!
Ah, you're a vampire. Precisely, and I'm willing to step in and help with your little financial situation. For a price.
Ah!
The man started baring his teeth, hissing at the lady as he did so. The girl took 1 step back, clearly uncomfortable with the idea. She's not into that.
My blood isn't for sale. That's too...
Oh, come now. Beggars can't be choosers. The man started to crowd the woman's space, grabbing at her wrists and pulling her waist close. Isn't Thane over here?
No! Get off me!
As you planned to step in and intervene, you saw Thane beating you to it, punching the man in the jaw. Neh! She said no, a-hole. What the... How could a human... Oh, wait. You're too sexy to be a human. I know that smell. Thane Verashkov. You're that vile blood son. You better hold your tongue before I bite it off. Oh, how droll. How is it, life in exile? Your mother is thriving in Vortek. Saw her munching on a whole werewolf head last month. So much lore! Quite the beast she's become. I guess that runs in the family. I'm warning you. Or what? You'd go feral on me? If that's the case, you should have taken the vile blood oath instead of her. She was a respectable blood knight before you came and ruined it all. Was it worth it? Your principles in exchange for your mother? Thought so. Remember your place, Thane. The only reason you're not a mindless, blood-crazed mutt is because of our prince's kindness and your mother's foolish sacrifice. What you say about his mama? The man took out his invitation letter and disappeared.
Thane, was it? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I've never seen you here before. Are you new?
Yeah, I wanted to buy a bottle for Masna too, but they're a bit out of my budget, so...
Perhaps you want to split the bill. How much can you afford?
Well, about... You sauntered your way to Thane, gripping at his arm before he could reach to his pockets. Listen, we're not doing this today.
Thane, come on now, buddy. You know that you don't have enough money for that.
I had to buy you some blood. Oh, Palmier, don't worry about me. I swear I have gold to spare.
Seriously, Thane, we should go.
Thane snatched his arm away, clearly annoyed with you manhandling him. She took my boys from me. It's my money, Palmy. Just leave me be.
Looks like Thane isn't fully out of Masna's trance yet. Maybe I'd have better luck with Quill.
What's going on in the bathroom? You heard Quill's muffled voice in the corner somewhere. You sought it out and found Quill with his mouth covered by a tall, dark figure. No! Don't you touch my other boys! All of them are my boys. Don't touch them. You decided to hide in the corner and see what's going on. Or storm up. Oh, okay. He's just being crazy. It's just the bouncer. It's okay. Masna, I need to see her. Masna. Holy cow.
Excuse me, Quill, can you tap that bouncer on the shoulder for me?
Core, quiet down already. Here, drink this. Wait, what is this? How special. You want Masna to call you to the VIP rooms, don't you?
I do. I will. I'll... Drinking mysterious stuff, Quill. You're gonna have an allergic reaction.
Oh, lords above, what is that vile, tarnished abomination? That's the Quill I know. Good to see you, cuz. Penna?
Oh, that's Penna? Well, shoot.
Yo. What are you doing here? And, what the heck did you make me drink? Just a mix of mermaid blood, Cthulhu...
What? Cthulhu pee? How do you even get that? Does Cthulhu urinate?
And holy water. I call it bloody core. Tastes vile, but snaps anyone right out of a bad hangover, or from a hypnotic trance.
Oh, okay, so he was actually helping.
For your first question, well, I'm the one who should be asking that. Unless you're here on your father's orders. What? No. Why would I be? You still don't know anything about the Ravens, do you? Not that I can blame you for that. Look, I can't tell you here, Quill, but let's just say our family business may not be as righteous as it seems.
Huh? Is this more lore?
Have you ever wondered about the medicine our parents gave us when we were kids? What? They were booster shots, weren't they? Heh, keep your innocence, cuz. It's the only trait you have.
Aww.
Oh, and tell that friends of yours that I can see their butt peeking out.
Oh no, my voluptuous behind. Oh crap. What's up? You gonna drop some more lore, big guy?
You peeked out of your hiding place and put on an awkward smile.
You were looking at my buns.
Hi.
You heard and saw nothing, Palmier Baker. That applies to you too, Quill. Don't get yourself involved in this crap. And leave the witches alone. Trust me, it's better on your conscience that way. What? But you're a hunter too. I was. You're not the only one trying to escape the family business, Quill. Here.
Penna threw Quill 2 small vials of bloody core. Its color and name reminds you of a Bloody Mary.
Hey, don't I know the recipe for that now? He just said it out loud, so now I should know it.
Use that on any of your friends affected by Masna's song. Should make them immune. I need to bounce. Too many eyes. If your dad asks, I was never here. See ya, cuz. Wait, Penna.
And with that, Penna left. He pulled out his invitation letter and teleported elsewhere.
So, where do you go back to after you teleport? Is it a set place? Is it the place where you broke it?
What was that about?
I don't know. Still, it's too dangerous here. We should leave while we still have our wits about. The drink seems to clear out Masna's hypnosis. There should be just enough for us. Here, you should drink some too, just in case.
Right.
Oh, God, that tastes like booty cheeks.
I know, right? You could have at least added some real alcohol to make it more tolerable. We should find Thane and Arsham and give them a sip too.
Thane's at the bar with some girl. You go to him. I'll go to Arsham. I think he still hasn't come out of the VIP room yet.
All right then. Here.
Quill handed you a vial of bloody core.
That should be enough for 1 sip. I'll find Thane and we'll rendezvous at the entrance after.
Sure. Be careful. As you headed towards the VIP rooms, you saw Arsham standing outside the door.
Arsham, are you okay? Did she touch you? Also, we need to have a serious conversation about the old Palmier.
Palmier, are you okay?
Shouldn't I be asking you that? You've been in there for a long time.
Masna was persistent. She seemed happy that I blew off her advances, though. How peculiar.
By advances, you mean...
Don't worry, she just sang to me, as if I would defile myself with a witch. What about you? She didn't do anything unsavory towards you, did she?
Well, I did pet her hair. I did give her some head pats.
I'm fine.
Traumatized, confused, but fine, and very worried about the other Palmier.
No one's ever fine when they say I'm fine. Come now, let's find the others and leave this place.
Wait, drink this.
Is this mermaid urine?
It's a long story, but it'll make you immune to Maison's song, and I already drank that one, so...
Arsham downed it in one gulp.
Ah, horrible, but necessary, I suppose.
Do you feel any different?
No, but I trust that you wouldn't make me drink such a vile thing as a mere prank.
How did you fight off Maison's song, anyway?
I'm not sure. I suppose it's because my thoughts are full of you. It's as simple as that, really.
Aw, obsessive creep. I mean, yeah. Should I tell him? Should I tell him? You know what? I would rather him love me for who I am and not for my emotional manipulation. There's something you should know.
About that, your bond with me, Arsham. The day with that Drakmar witch?
Dang it!
Arsham, Palmier. Thane, Quill, are you both okay? Yeah, can't believe I almost spent 100k gold on this biscuit. I don't even have 100k. We're clearly not prepared for any of this. Come on, let's get out of here.
Leaving so soon, Palmier? Was my show that appalling to you? Maisna, it's getting really late, and I have class tomorrow, so... Of course, do come again. I hate to have to drag you back here. You and your friends. Right, I'll come back next weekend. Tuesday. What? You'll come back on Tuesday, or I can always stop by your place. Your choice.
It's a date.
We'll be back Tuesday, milady. Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. See you soon.
And with that, you arranged pieces of the letter back together. In a flash, the letter mended itself whole again, and you were transported back to your dorm room. Cool.
Okay, so,
what the fluff was that?
It seems that Maison's song greatly affects the mind, a lot like a potent Fearla rune. We should prepare accordingly and find another way of taking her down. Quill, didn't you once say you were able to make an invisible rune ink? One not only invisible to the human eye, but to touch as well? Well, yeah, it doesn't last though. Works for an hour or two tops, before losing all magical properties. Wait, we're still going to fight this witch? She's nothing like we've ever faced before.
Yeah, she's gonna kill us, all four of us.
Quill, who gave you this job again? Whoever it was, they're complete a-holes. I think that Maisna may be a pureblood. What? No, I would never put us on such a mission.
He totally put us on such a mission.
Pureblood or not, she's disrupting the lives of too many innocents. Innocents? Everyone there were a bunch of rich snobs who clearly deserved to be there one way or the other.
I mean, yeah. Including that girl you helped?
That's... We're really doing this, aren't we? I can't just stand idly by after seeing all that. Nobles losing their minds. Throwing away their riches, their families, their own lives. If my stepfather were enchanted by that witch and left my mother for it, then... No. I don't even want to imagine what she'd do. Yeah, I get it. That witch is a real baddie, but still. Can't we just get the principal involved, or the ravens? No. I mean, no. The principal is a busy man, and the ravens, well, I don't think we can get them involved. Why not? I can't answer that yet, but I just need to check some things first, okay? Quill, if there's something we should know, just please, let's deal with this on our own. Please. All right. I'll respect your decision, although that does leave us with very limited options, especially after Maze's statement. It sounded like a threat, didn't it?
That might be my bad. I don't think she likes me much.
Did she threaten you? Are you okay?
Tom caressed your cheek and examined your neck. A clear look of worry was shown on his face. Makes you feel even worse about the memory you saw. Maybe you should tell him about it. About your doppelganger's intentions. I'm fine, but I'll be great if we can deal with this sooner, not later. And I think I know someone who can help with that.
Oh, this is a pleasant surprise. What can I help you with, children? It's awfully late. A bit too late, perhaps. By any chance, can we move this to tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I already told the guys about your blackmail and black market things, so you can drop the act now, Dietrich.
Fluff. Fine. Get your butts in here before anyone else sees. Oh, wow. Didn't think I'd ever see you curse, Mr. Dietrich.
Is Mr. Dietrich really small compared to these two? Nah!
I suppose what Quill and Palmier are saying is true, then. You blackmailing students in exchange for illegal artifacts and favors. I respect that. Stop yapping and get on with it. What do you want?
We need your help. Well, she needs your help, to be exact. You pulled out the letter Riley gave you. Do you know a student named Riley?
Oh, yeah. Impossible.
Dietrich snatched the letter in your hand and read it intently. His eyes darted about as he sat on his desk in shock.
Riley Jensen. She's alive. Jensen? Weren't they a family of well-known hotel tycoons? They were, until they went bankrupt 3 years ago. Riley, she was my assistant. She helped me with my more dubious activities as well. The blackmail or the black market? Both. She was supposed to graduate and become my full-time assistant, but then her family sold her off to Vortek as a blood bag. Or so I thought. That girl, she's alive.
She's alive and in need of your help.
What does the letter say anyway? Details on her workplace, its weak points, runes that Maisna is susceptible to, her situation, and the password to the vault that Maisna keeps all her money in.
Oh.
This is it? I can retire.
Seriously? A former student asked you for your help, and all you think about is money?
Multitasking, Palmier. I can be happy about 2 things at once. Money and her. I still can't believe you managed to track one of these fluffers down. Quill, you absolute...
Behind Thane and Arsham, you could see Quill shaking his head vehemently, hinting that he didn't want the boys to know Maisna's true identity.
I mean, thank you, boys, for accepting my request. I didn't think anyone was up to the task. Wait, so you're the a-hole who put this bounty up for grabs? Guilty. Is the vault what you're after? No wonder you had such a large bounty up. Correct. Next time, add more details, man. Would have brought some earplugs or something.
Oh yeah, that'd have worked.
I knew you four would get through it. Now, tell me everything.
Quill and you did most of the talking, Arsham filling in what he could. Dietrich sighed as he took it all in.
Sounds like a pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension?
A space only witches and their guests could enter. Physically, it could be here or all the way in the dead zone for all we know. If she's smart, she probably has the space moving all over the world or so. Hence why no one can find it without her invite.
Oh.
It exists wherever she wants it to.
That's pretty cool.
I'll use my connections to give an invite I can use. It's too risky for me to enter with yours. You four should use your invisible ink idea. Play aloof. Surround her if you can. Maybe ask her for a dance. Wait until I make my grand entrance and then we all strike.
Oh, you're actually gonna help us with it?
A two-pronged ambush. That could work. It will. So long as you play along and she puts her guard down, it should be fine. So, you're certain she's not a pure-blood witch, right? Because she's definitely different from all the witches I've faced. Oh, don't worry, love. Palmier and I have faced worse, haven't we? Let me guess, on that bounty you've abandoned? Yes, but there are 5 of us now. Everything will be grand. It has to. I'm getting into that vault, no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's why he's coming along.
Retirement, here I come.
Honestly, this man has no shame whatsoever.
Alright then, I guess we're done here. Thank you, Dietrich, for your marvelous hospitality. Not so fast, Quill. I'd like to have a word with you. You and Palmier. The rest of you lot can go fluff off.
How rude.
So uncouth. Sheesh, and I thought you were a cool teacher once. How mean. Out! So, you found the Witch of Greed. I must say, you worked faster than I expected. You can thank Palmy for that. Was it really necessary to out my true nature to those two? I take pride in fooling my students, you know.
I can't keep any more secrets. I just can't. I feel like I'm about to burst.
Well, you have to. I'm all ears if you have anything to divulge, especially if it's regarding the nobles, then...
You know what? Yeah, out with it. Let's talk about how evil Palmier is.
Well, there is something. Back in the VIP room, Masa showed me a memory. A memory of how she and Palmier became friends. Masa was the Drakemar witch. Palmier, she asked her to kill Timothy.
What? You're not kidding, are you?
Why would I joke about this?
But that means Arsham. Did Palmier wanted Arsham dead too?
Not exactly. Apparently, Palmier wanted Arsham to be indebted to her.
So their friendship, their bond, it's all a lie? And Palmier is a liar and a murderer. Well, I suppose it is true that most successful people are psychopaths.
Yep.
No, I refuse to believe that. Perhaps Masa took notice of your naivety and showed you a fake memory instead. That's what I was thinking. You are practically a gullible little newborn in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if she took advantage of that.
Well, I guess, maybe.
Is that what you think happened, or what you want to happen, Quill? I'm awfully tired. Best to get my beauty sleep. Good night, Palmier. Dietrich. Honestly, he can be so childish sometimes.
Is he, though? Palmier is his best friend. You wouldn't want to think that your best friend is capable of murder, would you?
We live in a world where humans are sold as blood bags. Wives and daughters can be auctioned off into slavery. Innocent sirens are being hunted down like dogs, and witches can turn our bodies into immortal servants for all eternity. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, Palmier. I wouldn't be surprised if your doppelganger used any method she can to get ahead in life. Just because your heart is made of gold doesn't mean hers is too. Now get out of my room.
Yes, sir. You went back to your room and retired for the night.